So last time you guys wrapped up at Bavlorna's cottage. She sent you on your way after giving Moose some armor made out of a tentacle pointed umbrella like creature that she happened to have stored with her clothing, in her makeshift hats and stuff, as one does. It formed to his body, creating some leather armor, or some hide armor for him. You left, decided to seek out. Before that, you entered into the kitchen after defeating a bunch of bees that were blocking a door. Walked into the kitchen, found a nasty little red-hatted fairy creature, or fey creature, hacking up some meat for the lunch area, and apparently a couple of vultures had flown in and decided to pilfer from that thing, so you guys helped kill them instantly. I didn't even make you guys roll initiative because Pinky took them out on the spot. And then that little creature just started to butcher the birds instead. You found a satyr in a cage who had apparently been captured by your favorite rabbit, Agden Longscarf, and left there as a prize, and you freed him. And then you left the cottage, heading southward, attempting to go back to Agden Longscarf because hypothetically he is the one that has Clapperclaw's head, which you need Clapperclaw's head to convince him to travel over to the next Fey area of Thither. You had a couple of options on where you went. You passed by and pissed off a giant barkless oak tree. You ended up fighting a... Oh, come on, do this. Why are you not showing the art?
Y'all fought a tree?
Oh, it's because I removed
more or less.
Yeah, you,
I took a nap the whole time.
That is also true. Let me see here.
In our defense, Tevis and Eli didn't start that fight. The Flyers did.
We finished it.
Flyers did.
In
All right, here
our
we go.
defense, we got attacked first.
Because you left.
Man.
What do you mean?
There we go. A giant barkless oak tree that had pixies in it that purposefully started antagonizing your group and shooting them with concocted arrows. You defeated this tree by a hair's breadth and took it down, and were essentially immediately congratulated by a group of bullywugs, referring to it as Big Barkless. And they seem to have been afraid of this local creature for quite some time, and were very surprised to see that you had taken it down. And essentially burned it to the ground. And those local bullywugs, you asked them for a bit of shelter, and they complied. And they told you might need to go see the king for some sort of a reward. And that brings us to where we are now, with the lot of you resting up in a cook's hut. And I don't believe we took a long rest or anything. I think we just got in here as we left off. What would you guys like to do now, as you are beaten and bruised, and most of you have been hurt pretty significantly by this thing? Except for Eli, because he's a dense little bugger and I have a hard time hitting him.
Yeet.
I really need to rest, you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Can I just go first?
Can you go first in sleeping? Didn't you just
Yes.
sleep?
Yeah.
That's fine with me. Do we need to take a watch? Are we? I'm gonna be completely honest. I wasn't really paying attention. Are we in any danger right now?
We're in a house. I think we're okay.
I think we're okay.
Cool. Yep, he's out. Yep.
He's
So-
out.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah. Fuck this. I'm finding a corner. I'm gonna go get in a corner and just curl my ass up and lick my wounds.
You don't have any wounds.
I can't look at my fucking character sheet. The game's paused.
It's not
It's not
I'll
paused for
double-
me.
Oh, wow. Okay, I just need to reload the application. Never
There you
mind.
go.
You just don't have spell slots.
Okay.
If I
You know,
remember
cleric
Fair
without
enough.
spell slots, totally useful.
I mean, it's fine.
A cleric with negative strength without spell slots, totally useful.
It's like a sorcerer that can't use magic.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Oh.
got a sorcerer who can't use magic right
Complete
now.
side note, Morgan, you may want to remove my permissions off Eli's token.
Oh, yep, I got you.
What is the icon on me right now? What am I doing?
That is Armor of Agathis,
Oh, cool. That's cool.
because that's technically it's still up. And I'm gonna let me see here. There he is. Yeah, so Jax, you should be able to see something now, and I'm gonna cheat and just give you a little bit of visualization. Actually, I'm just gonna. Nobody else watch this. I'm gonna stream. The
Straight.
yeah.
Stream.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm
pick
not
your
looking
butts.
at I'm not looking at the other
I-
monitor then.
Yep. Don't look at my stream unless you're Jax. I will space cow you.
Pretty sure you can even see who's like watching your stream.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think so,
you
yeah.
can just look over at the screen and it
Spectators.
has like a little paper
Hey,
counter.
there we go. That's a thing. Nice. Okay,
I
cool.
think you're
Yeah,
okay
we
to
got
watch there, Eli.
Huh? No, I'm not watching.
you. He's sleeping. This is how he sleeps. This is his natural
Yeah.
circadian rhythm.
What the fuck?
So what are you guys doing? There's a.
Oh, he's out. Is this frog
Agreed.
still in here with us?
Yeah, he's kind of running around like gathering pillows and whatnot and like getting things comfortable for all y'all.
So, Kevis is, well, he's kind of, Kevis isn't currently standing. He's kind of more just kind of sat down, kind of beaten and bruised. He's going to look over. Hey,
Yes.
can you do me a favor?
What is it you want?
And I'll pull the bow off. So we originally were going to continue down this road and go to the hunter's hut, and find a replacement for my bow. Obviously we ran into some problems here, as you can tell. Would you be able to run down and see if they could spare an extra bowstring? Just tell them the floor gang sent you.
For the slayers of Big Barkless, certainly. And he grabs the bow and heads out the door. You are welcome to stay here. There's some supplies in the chest. Please feel free. And he heads out.
Kevis is
supplies in the
gonna,
chest?
yeah, go look in the chest
Yeah.
now.
He's like, ooh.
Okay.
I should also ask, is Zarius still awake?
Zarius, yeah, he's like, oh.
Okay, so it's
Yeah, he's still conscious and like he's actually feeling pretty good. He didn't take any damage.
oh, that must be nice.
Yeah, that must feel good.
Didn't you run half the fight?
Hey, I got help. I might have come a little late, but
There. Anyways, Kevin's gonna open the chest.
Okay. Inside you find kind of a variety of cookware. This is certainly like a cook's house. There's the cookware is a little bit nicer than you might expect from kind of a swampy, drudgery type area that you're used to seeing here. There's a few skins of water. There's a bunch of old fish bones, collected in a knapsack, hypothetically for like some sort of broth. There's several containers, little vials of several spices. Some general food stuffs, a little bit of bread, some cheese, some a variety of bugs. Some of them like dried, and some of them fried and just kind of salted. And Zarius will enjoy those. And then there's a mummified toad as well, like kind of a toad on a stick.
Said there was a water skin in there.
Yes, there is.
Kev's gonna grab that, check, make sure it's water, and then take a
sure.
take a drink of it.
It's clear, but it's actually pure vodka.
Where was this? Where did we get this chest from?
Oh, it's right here.
It's in the house.
Oh. Okay, got it.
And then he's gonna hold on to that water skin, visibly that he has it, but
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because you may or may not have lost one. All right. So Moose is out.
We can just do a short rest too if nobody else needs to rest very long.
I mean, I don't need a long rest, but like,
I wouldn't be
I
opposed.
feel like some of us don't have all of our spell slots that we could get from a long rest. And those we haven't had a good long rest in a while, so.
I don't think you guys have had a long rest before you fought the gelatinous cylinder.
I think we went like from the cylinder to like out, then back to the bees. I don't think we. Guys, we are really slacking on our sleep game.
I think the last time we slept was when we slept in the palace. That was it.
Okay.
All right. So what are you guys doing? You taking a long rest or short rest?
Long. Yeah.
Long. Okay. Is anybody taking watch, or are you guys just passing out?
They said it was safe, so.
Any of the
Here we
three
are.
remaining conscious people, are you taking a watch?
I think Kevis would wait for the frog to come back with his bow before he went to sleep.
Okay, so Kevis is on first watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Zarius and Pinky, you guys can find some cushions around the corner and take your rest and get some sleep.
Please.
And Kevis, roll your perception and your D100 for your watch. As you take your rest, it is later in the evening, and you begin to just let the space around you kind of soak in. There's not really any windows in here, it's just like mud walls, and then the door. So you're more listening than watching. And you get around to just kind of listening to the space around you. It's pretty quiet overall, and there's definitely a moment where you hear some voices nearby, like just you hear the kind of flopping of like the frog's feet plodding across the walkway nearby, and you hear a couple of them. Did you hear? Yes, something's new. Yeah, there's an intruder. And then they continue on. That's all you're able to pick up.
I hear that from, obviously, I would say the direction of the door.
Yeah, they begin to just like, as they're just kind of talking about this as they walk past.
Kevis's mood kind of tenses back up after hearing that.
A few minutes later, your little froggy friend returns. And here you go. And he hands it back, and the string has been replaced. Seems like a kind of a well-worn bowstring that maybe would have been. It's a little bit thicker, which gives you the impression that it was used for a crossbow instead. But it might take a little bit more to pull it, to draw it back, but your muscles will adapt. You'll get used to it over time.
Kevis will kind of test it and pull on it and make sure that it's actually not going to snap on him as soon as he pulls it for the first time.
Yeah, you do. You don't dry fire it because that's bad for your bows, but you pull it back and stretch it and calmly release it. It is thick. It takes a few more pounds of pressure to pull back, but it's not so bad. Might make you sore for a couple of days, but you'll be fine.
That was kind of more of a look on his face, like honestly didn't expect the hospitality. Thank you. Can I actually ask you a question?
Certainly.
So I was just kind of sitting here, we were just thinking and listening, and I heard some conversation go by of an intruder. Do you know anything about that?
No, I work in the background. I don't interact with people very much.
Understandable.
But if there was an intruder, they would have captured. And they were captured, they would have put them in the prison cells.
Okay, that's fair. I would just helpful advice: kind of be on the lookout if there is, and they're not captured. I know how it is not interacting with people. I've gone most of my life without doing it. At times, it's peaceful. Not having to be responsible for anybody's safety, but also
Yes.
it does have its pluses. As Kevis kind of looks around the group, but just be on alert.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and you are welcome to be here. I honestly, you all seem very capable. Enough to take down that large damned tree. And you are welcome to stay and rest, and I feel safer with you here.
Greatly appreciate that. And the whole time he's had the water skin in his hand, he's like, by the way, would you mind if I take this? I actually had mine stolen. So I've been going quite a while without water.
By all means. Consider it a payment after the fact of getting rid of that nuisance.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And Kevis kind of goes and sits to rest as he's still beaten.
You're welcome. Oh, and here. And he goes over and he opens up the chest and brings out that mummified totem stick and brings it over to you. He says, I occasionally dabble in a little bit of food-based magic. And he kind of has this froggy smile, but it's a little bit creepy because there's no teeth. And he hands it over to you. He says, this frog, if you immerse it in some hot water in a pot or a kettle, or a pot or a kettle, pot, it will shed darkness around it for 10 minutes.
Kevis just kind of looks at the frog and like, oh, okay. Why? I appreciate this. Definitely expects that this could come in handy for somebody in this group.
It's a fun little hobby of mine, but I hope it helps.
I think it will. I appreciate it. And he kind of slouches back down, kind of keeping lock on the door and the frog just out of instinct of just how Kevis is. But I'll move over here, just kind of tend to his wounds.
The frog scooches over and kind of leans back against the not near the door, but like immediately to the right of it. Clearly he's used to sleeping on cushions and stuff, but you guys have essentially taken them all.
Kevis will actually notice that and look at the frog and be like, do you have nowhere else to sleep?
Oh, hey, no mind. This is a bit of uncomfort for one single night. I'm fine.
Kevis stands up off the cushions he's on and walks over. No, I've lived in the woods. I've slept in the woods. I'm fine. I can sit here. And he goes and just sits by the door, cross-legged.
You sure?
I'm positive. Sleeping in the woods, this is a lot better than sleeping in a tree. And he glances over at Eli. Or just sleeping on the forest floor.
Yeah, I mean, Eli's kind of like rolled off of his cushion by now, and his like feet are up on it, but like his head's like on the ground, and he's just kind of sprawled out.
Kevis just waits till his watch is up.
Okay. It does come to a conclusion uneventfully. Who are you waking up for second watch?
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Probably Pinky, because Kevis is closest. Or that's who he's closest to.
Wow!
Pinky, you are woken.
What? Why? Huh? What?
It's your turn.
What? It's my turn? What?
Yeah, for watch.
Oh, Kevis, we're not. She looks real like.
The one time we
Fine.
don't have a watch, it's gonna end bad with this group.
Yeah, okay. Fine. She gets off the cushion. How it's gonna end bad for this group.
Kevis just shakes his head and doesn't move from where he's sitting, crossing, and just closes his eyes.
Oh, well, then I'm staying on my cushion.
Kevis starts his rest. And Pinky, give me your perception check and your D1 MP, please. Your watch goes by uneventfully. You feel like you can hear the chitter of all the creatures, the mournful song of Octavian still plays throughout the night. And you listen as just kind of appreciating the artistry in his flute work as he switches between a couple of different instruments throughout the night, one of them being a flute. And nothing happens.
Wow. She grumbles under her breath something about, no, one time we don't take watch, something bad's gonna happen.
All right, and who are you waking up?
Serious. He's right next to me. He's serious.
What?
God.
What do you want?
Kevis has insisted that we take watches. It's your turn.
Yeah, well, he's a smart man, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going back to bed. You.
Okay, go to. Just good night, Pinky.
Night.
All right, and I'll get a perception check for Zarius going. That's a 3. A natural 3 for a total of 7, and 100 for him. Okay. Zarius mostly sits there and ponders this new sensation that he got when he was fighting the tree. Both his weapon and his kind of spiritual body gathering the life energy out of the giant tree that he took down. Just mostly distracted by that, thinking about what that means. As he's been seeking a way to extend his life force, his people's longevity might have stumbled onto the first piece of the puzzle, and that's his entire thought process for the whole night. It's just all he considers. And the morning comes along, and you all wake up. No issues. You all successfully get your full rest. And I will go and give Zarius his long rest.
Morgan, that mummified frog, is that an actual item in D&D Beyond?
I doubt it.
Okay.
Let's
Sure,
see
there's
here.
something of darkness. But
Oh, wait. Add that.
Yep, doesn't appear to be. Yeah, just put it is a frog. Just put mummified frog, and it casts the darkness spell for 10 minutes if you submerge it into water. So you should be able to easily add a
Custom item.
custom item for that.
Cool. Okay.
Yep. All right. So you guys wake up, and the little frog man, he kind of stepped out in the middle of the night or early morning, and there's a note kind of posted to the main mast inside of the hut that's keeping the conical roof aloft, and it just says, "Had to go into the kitchen to begin today's work. Thank you again." All right, and what are you guys all up to?
So, did anything happen on any of your guys' watches?
Actually, yes.
Oh?
Is
What
he-
happened on your watch?
Where did Eli go?
Where did Eli?
Eli went to go pee on a tree. Apparently.
yep. Let's wake up. What are you gonna do? Oh yeah, let's talk about shit. Nope, I'm getting up and taking a piss.
Kevis kind of keeping an eye for Eli. I'll open the door but won't leave it just to peek out. Surprisingly enough, while we sent our friend here off, by we, I mean me, to get the bowstring that we originally were going for, which pulls his bow out. We did. He did. I heard some conversation of some people passing by. They were talking about an intruder.
Intruder?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. And I asked the cook here that lives here, and he was unaware of anything like that. But his feedback was if they were caught, they'd be at the jails, which...
We have access to.
Right. So just, I don't know if maybe they're caught or what, but we may want to just be aware that there is a possibility that there is someone here that shouldn't be here.
Didn't somebody also want to go to the jails to talk to somebody?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
I want to go talk to the one individual that helped Sir Elevar escape. And why?
Okay.
So,
Let's do it.
but
Yeah, we're gonna go to the jails?
we are on a time for Babylon now.
Oh, frick, we are.
We've already wasted a day.
Let's go.
Let's
What time limit for? I'm sorry, I wasn't here last week.
I think it was 7 days
For what?
to get that picture back for.
Okay. There's a picture. Well, who are we getting it from?
One of the other hags.
Yeah, I don't remember which one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she did tell us that we're going to Thither.
Scabatha.
Or Scabatha, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm back to normal.
After Kevin says that, he's gonna step out and look for Eli. Oh, I can't move. Oh,
Hey, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Zara's like, I found him. He's over there.
Oh.
Hear me like shimming, like he's back up a little bit. Hi guys.
like no warning. No, hey, I'm going outside.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Good morning.
Good morning. Also, come here.
Oh shit! Like, oh god. Come
Oh.
on.
I'll
There
also
we go.
pull out the mummified frog. Pinky and Zarius saw this when we were looking through the chest, correct?
Yeah.
They would have seen it. Yeah, they didn't.
Um,
They don't know what it does.
right. You guys remember seeing this? The cook actually gave it to me and said it was magical.
Okay.
He said if you put it in a pot or like a kettle of hot water, boiling water, you can cast darkness. I don't think I need it. I have a way to obscure vision. Does anybody else think this would help them?
I can see in darkness. So
I can as well. So,
no, I cannot.
oh, you cannot.
No, I cannot see in darkness. Cool.
That's a good point. Most of us can't see in darkness, right?
I'm pretty sure no.
I can see in the dark.
So can I.
I can't.
Kevin just kind of smirks at her and continues to just kind of hold this out.
Oh,
Can I eat it?
I
Actually, can we eat it?
kind of looks at it. I wouldn't.
I'll take it.
All right, but Pinky, if I get hungry, I'm gonna want that later.
Okay.
Daisies. I'll split it with Zarius.
He turns actually to Zaris. By the way, you know there were bugs in that chest, right?
What? And he rushes back into the cabin. Just whoosh. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
He comes back out like wingfuls of bugs, and like his face is stuffed. His cheeks are a little bit puffed behind his beak.
Yeah.
Oh.
Expected that.
All right, what are we doing?
We're going
Yeah, we're gonna go see a bunny.
to go see
Right.
Agden.
Oh yeah, him.
All right, are we going to the bunny, or are we going to the jail, or are we going to the thither, or what's happening?
Let's go to the jail, and then to the king's court to collect our reward, and then to the rabbit.
And Clapper. Do we need to bring Clapperclaw to the rabbit?
We can.
If he wants to come.
Yeah.
We should find him. I think along that path.
With you guys.
I mean,
Yeah. So what you doing, guys?
the jail.
Let's go.
Kevis will keep as he
The
walks.
jail.
The jail is not high priority. At least to me personally. I mean, yes,
I thought you wanted
I would love
talk to somebody there.
love to talk to them and just get some information on why they helped, who they did. But it seems like
Isn't it on the way?
that's a good
It
question.
kind of
I
is.
don't remember where it is.
Isn't the jail?
I think the jail is on the way to the court, which is on the way to the rabbit.
All right, that works for me then.
The boat. Not that it's my problem because I can just fly, but
I can't remember who had the
That's
boat.
fine.
I think
Oh, I mean,
Kevis took the
Wait,
boat
just-
from Eli because you got out of the boat
Ow.
first. Because you got out of the boat first to
Fucking-
start the fight.
Ow.
Kevis is
Fucking
going to
dare
draw
you.
the signal, put it down, look at Eli. You can take it back.
I totally missed that you guys had moved over to the water and Zarius was way behind.
seriously, be eating the bugs.
All right, and just for sake of brevity, I'll go ahead and drop you guys on the opposing shore.
Here.
And Pinky's just gonna fly past that. Pinky, deal with it.
You guys come up, and the grumpy alligator like looks up at you. And...
Okay. See that alligator just sneeze?
Basically, it's just kind of like yawning and flexing its jaw muscles.
But it knows we're there.
Yeah, it knows you're there. I mean, you guys came up to the docks, and you kind of have to like circumvent it, and it looks like if you get too close, it might snap at you.
Just walk
We
along
just-
the shore.
Yeah. Fly over the water here.
Yeah, no problem.
Is this the jail? It's a little small to be a jail.
Yep. So you guys go around the palace, and you had heard this instruction before that the jail was a little bit further beyond the palace, and there's a fork in the pathway that goes one down to the palace doors, one over to a small circular building inside with two bullywug knights standing guard up at the front.
Hello. I would like to go inside.
And one of them like draws a rapier and like brandishes it it does a very large flourish with it. What? Who goes there? Who are you?
Pinky Shiny Fly.
I've not heard such a title.
She shows him like the pin, the beetle pin that they got.
What is this that you are showing me?
I don't know.
We're honorary members of the court.
What are you showing me? I have no idea.
I don't know.
He looks very confused, looks over to his cohort, who's kind of like resting. He like moves over and like slugs him in the arm. He's like, "Do you know what's going on here?" And the guy kind of wakes up after like leaning against the wall and be like, "Oh, yes. The king appointed them honorary members yesterday. Yes."
My
think it was
gosh, where
yesterday.
have you been?
Might have been
the
last
news.
week.
Do you ever talk to your king?
His Majesty has other things to worry about besides, informing every knight in his employ. Please come on in. What are you doing here?
I thought we could talk to the prisoners. Prisoner?
With the
Ah,
honorary
s-
member status, we thought we were allowed to do things
Yeah,
around
we were sold
You-
we could do this.
Yes, of course, naturally. Please, by all means, go on in.
Thanks.
It's on our list of things we can do.
On the list of things we can do.
here.
It was
100%.
in the brochure.
Yes.
I was told we were allowed to do this. Do not deny me.
And as you go in, there's a little bit of muttering after you go in, like one night to another. You're like, he never tells us anything, goddammit.
Yes,
They
indeed.
make the
on the
rules
thing.
on the spot all the time.
Is Clapperclaw in here?
Clapperclaw, yeah, Clapperclaw does happen to be in here. The little scarecrow with the metallic and blue and yellow claws with the gourd on top, and he sees you guys come in. He turns his head and kind of the kind of jingling of coins from the inside of his gourd head looks over like, "Oh, hey guys!
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Oh, me? I'm talking to Mogart. What are you doing in here?"
Huh? Who?
Mogart, her. And he points to the cell on the right. And inside of it, there's a small pond, and you see a very well poised, long and thin, but like tightly musculared female frog in essentially just basic leathers. And she's kind of submerged in the pool with her hands back up against her head, leaning against the wall. "Oh, Clapperclaw, these are your friends." "Oh, yeah. Yeah, we go way back. They're gonna help me find my head." "Oh, but I thought the gourd suited you so well." "Yeah, but it's not so cool. I like the other one better." And she stands up and kind of shakes herself off and approaches the gateway. And in this room, it's a circular room, and there is essentially a large network of vines and like branches from one of the trees that you've been seeing around here, kind of like the mangrove swamp trees, is growing up out of the ground, almost like a semi dome. It's just like the branches kind of cross each other, making a lattice work, or like instead of having bars to a prison, you see them in this kind of spherical dome, almost like Guardians of the Galaxy when Groot makes his root ball at the end of that. If anybody says spoilers, I'm gonna slap you because you should have seen it by now. And there's two of those, one on either side of the wall, one with a pool, one without. And she comes up, and no gear here, but a little blonde curl to her, and she's been put in the jail cell.
Kevis will walk up right to the bars. "So, we've heard you were thrown in here for helping a certain individual escape.
Yes.
We have actually met.
What are you getting at?
We've met Sir Talavar. Why would somebody from here help another member of the Summer Court?"
Oh, you're asking the wrong question. The question is not, why would I do such a thing? It's, why would no one else do it as well?
That's
He has a point.
fair enough.
This place of nobility and chivalry, it's all fluff and garbage.
You don't
A
have to
knight's
tell me
duty-
that.
I'm sure you've seen it by now. A knight's duty is to be vigilant, ethical, to do the right thing, even if it costs you your life. Everyone here is anything but that. So when I saw that they had captured Sir Talavar and squandered him away simply because he was going to go off and tell Tatiana of the doings here in Hither, I couldn't stand it. I had to help him escape. Luckily, there was another who shared my ambitions. You've met Talavar. Where did you see him? Did he make it back to the Summer Court?
He did?
I mean, not immediately.
Yeah.
We didn't meet him in the Summer Court, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've met him hanging from a building.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I'm very confused. You're going to have to explain quite a bit at this point.
Okay. We came to here.
Hither. Yeah.
Hither. Kind of
Right.
explored a little bit. Found a balloon in a tower with a caged Talvar in it.
So a dead bullywug.
And a dead bullywug. And we helped them.
And you say that, and she looks immediately shocked. Who was it?
I don't know.
He said it was like his pilot.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor lad. How did he die?
Wiggle walk?
Yeah. Wrigglewog is one of the only bullywugs in this insane place that had any sense of morality to him. He's the one that I helped create the distraction and the opportunity for Wigglewog and Talavar to abscond with the balloon. And Wigglewog was the pilot. He worked at the factory itself.
I think they were like shot down or something.
We found the balloon crash into the tower.
Yes.
We have no idea cause of death. We didn't really stick around. The balloon fell into a bunch of thorns. We didn't go and check out the body or anything. I don't think we determined how he died. Unless Talabar told us, which if he did, I really wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that's... that is most unfortunate. She takes a moment and kind of sets her head down, puts her hand on her chest, and says, "He's one of the few good ones. Everyone else here is useless."
By the way, who's the other person in the cage? Next to you?
So one of your friends?
He's asleep at the moment.
Yeah, and Pinky, go ahead and roll a perception check. Okay, 14. You look over and I'm just curious of like what's in the other cell. You don't actually see anybody initially, but you look over and like the kind of grayish brown of the mud hut blends in with this. You do recognize that there is a person in there. The gray and brown blends in with the skin of this individual. A large fellow kind of slumped up against the wall. Appears to be sleeping.
Can I tell if he's dead or not?
Pinky can hear it. Roll a medicine check, I guess.
Is dead or not?
Is he dead?
19. Jax, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, he's he's big as shit. He's about 7'9".
Oh my.
430. He's a strapping lad. Even though he's really tall, he still looks pretty broad because of how he's a thick boy.
He's a thick boy. Oh.
And let's see. He has gray skin covered in black markings with scars running across his body, weaving in and out with those markings. Can't see his eyes yet. He does have a gray mohawk that kind of blends in almost. That's almost the same color of his skin. It almost looks like just rock formations, but it's hair. And he's got a pair of deep red pants that are dirty with brown and dirt all over them, with hand wraps that have some blood stains on them, and winter boots, and no shirt. So, yeah, he's just kind of slumped over, sleeping at the moment.
I'm gonna ask again: is he dead?
I don't know. Is
With
he
that
dead?
with that medicine check, you don't see his chest moving at all. It's completely still. You don't hear the sounds of breathing, and his face looks fairly sunken in, which is a little bit at odds with his large, almost distended, like muscular body.
Guys, this is really
You don't
weird. They
know.
locked up a dead guy.
What?
Do we want to let them know that there's like a dead guy in here?
You're supposed to feed them when you keep them.
Yo,
Like
yo,
this.
guard!
Seriously, you're supposed to keep up with it and feed it. It's part of it. I get it.
Feed it.
Feed it,
Got
yeah.
one job and just keep your prisoners alive.
You had one job and you couldn't do any of them.
Kevis is gonna walk over to that cage and tap and kind of hit the bars with the sword.
It's like the reverse, like the thing with the mug of like running the mug across the bars, like ding 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 ding. Yeah, you do it, and the guy is still.
I'll turn
Oh,
and ask, "Can I get out of here yet?"
God. Fuck.
Kevis steps
He's
back.
not dead?
You
That was
are.
quite a mighty assumption of you to think he was dead.
He looked dead.
You could have just asked. They brought him in, in the nights, and it's quite lively.
I'll go ahead and stand up and walk towards the bar and ask again, "Can I get out now?"
What are you doing in there?
That is not my decision.
I think that Moose would reflexively just expand his wings out to make him as big as possible, even though he recognizes that he's not as big as this guy.
Moose, what are you?
They brought me in last night. I had stumbled into their camp, I guess.
No.
Their camp. How did you stumble? Are you from hither?
Where is hither?
That's where you're at.
Here.
Here. Are you from this plane of existence?
I honestly don't know where we are.
Oh.
Did you come through a mirror to get here?
I can't
Asking
tell you. I don't know how I got here. Last thing I remember, I was fighting in a battle, and then I created a diversion, and I woke up here. I don't know.
Huh.
My name
Sounds
is
like you
Wruk.
lost.
Moose.
So
I mean, it happens. Sometimes I get in fights and I wake up somewhere else. Usually I lost it.
Troy, with that, would you please introduce Bane?
Yeah, Bane is a pretty large feller, 6'6", handsome, devilishly handsome. He's got giant black, red leather wings, horns sticking back, and solid black eyes. And normally he's very well dressed. He's got a big shiny rock on a ring on one of his hands. But right now he's also got this dark, leathery looking armor that's wrapped around him. And it has two kind of large, yellowy looking eye things on the front of it. It's definitely not armor that you've ever seen before.
Funny, he's devilishly handsome because he's a tiefling.
Some people call it tiefling.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And as you continue to look out at this group, this is a very strange collection. You have interacted with a bunch of frogs and this little scarecrow that came in and like kind of poked around and like looked at you and like said a few things. but this is definitely more odd than them, than the natural people of this environment, is this group that just wandered in. It's like watching a sideshow from a circus, like, assemble themselves. Kevis, would you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. Kevis is a copper-ish skinned wood elf. Has hazel eyes, which surprisingly kind of give a glimmer off if you look at it. He's wearing kind of this standard like leather armor, carrying 2 short swords. The short swords are uniquely designed, kind of give off this like heirloom kind of style. He has a longbow on his back, similar mohawk for the most part, but on each side has 2 little antlers, with one of them having an extra prong on there. And he's kind of, this expression on his face is more of, I would say, resting bitch face. For the most part, he's average size, around 5'7", but gives off this very protective kind of feeling to the group that you're looking at, but also curious of anybody and everybody.
I'll say Wruk has an active bitch face. It doesn't rest.
All right. Mike, would you please introduce Eli?
Hi, I'm Eli. I'm addicted to death. You'll see Eli standing at about 4'3". He's a goblinoid type creature. The only thing that seems a little off with him is, he has a little bit of extra hair and he's got spikes running along his back. Currently, he's wearing chainmail, but the chainmail is made of different keys. Looks like old worn keys, and he has a mallet that looks like he made himself. It's just a stick with a rock tied to it. And on his hip, he has a book that he seems to, constantly make sure is there. He keeps checking and patting it and shit. And also, he is astonished. He is just sitting there staring at your face.
He is literally about half your size. And then there's Pinky, who is less than half your size.
What can I say? She's short.
Would you describe Pinky?
Oh, sure. Yes.
Short. That sums it up.
Yeah, short. Pinky's a little pink fairy. She's got lavender eyes, pink hair. She stands at about 2.5 feet tall. She carries with her a leaf blade rapier on her side. Very pink. And when she flies, there's like little pink glitter that follows her around.
So pinked out Tinkerbell is kind of the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted, Morgan.
Last one is Zarius, a very twitchy, almost canary-colored Aarakocra. And he's very yellow on his front with little blue accents on his back and his feet, carrying a red and brown spear, covered in monk robes, lots of bracelets and bands and straps and stuff. He's sitting there and he's like looking at you, and he just like keeps twitching, like he cannot sit still. And every once in a while, I hear a little whistle from him. Oh man, this guy's big. I don't think I've ever seen anybody this big before.
Has this group ever done a stealth check? Because there's just no way this group is ever stealthing.
We have
We decided that we didn't really need to do stealth checks. Stealth is not really an option.
Yeah. It's like, man, this group is not hiding from shit.
And then as this guy comes up, you do notice a couple of things as he gets closer to the bars. His scars are almost like a white against the gray skin and the black markings, and he has 2 different eyes. It's not even heterochromia. There are 2 different eyes on this guy. One is kind of the opposite of Moose, where the entire eye is perfectly white. And then the other one looks like a normal blue color.
You could.
To be fair, I don't even know if he knows about that at this point.
Yo, is it rude to ask?
What happened to your face?
Yes.
Hey, I was gonna ask that too.
What do you mean?
Your eyes.
Yeah, your eyes are different.
Well, have you ever met a Goliath? What do you mean? I have white eyes.
You have one white eye, and you have one blue eye.
Is there any like mirrors or anything in here?
No, you're just in a wooden cage.
Can I put up the sword and try to show the reflection through the sword?
You can, with a little bit of help from like Eli to like get some light shining in the room.
Fuck it, yeah, and I'll bang my hammer and cast light on it and hold it up.
I'll just kind of hold the sword up so you can see into
What
it.
the fuck? That's...
You weren't aware of that?
I was not. No.
So you all of a sudden got color in your eye? You said you had white eyes. You thought you had 2 white eyes? That's the weird part.
Goliaths have white eyes. I don't know what. I mean, I assume you've never met a Goliath. Not spent much time in the north.
I always assumed Goliaths breathed.
Morgan, would
What?
Kevis have met Goliaths?
Roll a history check. It's a pretty low chance with who you are.
19.
Actually, yeah, because you were mountain based. In your cabin. It was forest, but it was a forest like up on the side of a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the village, there was one or 2 of your customers were Goliaths.
I've seen some Goliaths. I've never seen Goliaths with 2 separate eyes.
Yeah, no, I don't know what to say about that. That's a new development.
A creature that could talk and like not breathe.
Would I notice I'm not breathing? Like, I don't think I would even pick up. I don't know how it feels.
No. As he mentions that, you look down. You're like, yeah, that's new too.
Kind of.
What is going on here?
Kevis is like intensely staring at him now.
Guys, I'm kind of creeped out by this guy.
You're
Feel it
Says the
okay?
person who introduced himself
Yeah.
as "I'm addicted to death."
You're creeped
I'm
out.
creeped out by this guy. Yeah. No, I mean I am. This guy should be dead.
Yeah.
What do you mean he
I
should
don't
be
know. I
dead?
don't know what to tell you. I don't know how I
He's
got
not
here,
breathing.
and I don't
If
know
it doesn't,
what's going on.
if it doesn't breathe, it should be dead. It's weird.
Kevin's gonna look back at him. What do you remember?
The last thing I remember, we were fighting. I don't remember who now, but we're getting overwhelmed, so I caused a rock slide to separate my troops from the enemy, and I was on the side of the enemy, and then I woke up with a brainless memory feeling, and I was marching toward a battle with Goliaths. And then I woke up here with frog people trying to shove me into a cage.
Was this? You are
Honestly,
in the
how did they do
Fae
that?
right now. Are you?
Well, apparently I injured
You injured some of them? Is that what you said?
apparently I injured a few. They're not the strongest.
Fair.
That's great.
Do you realize you're in the Fae?
would I know what the Fae is?
I'm like, do you know what the Fae is?
Yeah, roll a history check.
I doubt I know what the Fae is. Yeah, very unlikely. Sorry, let me get my bearings on this. I'm not used to this character sheet.
It's cool, isn't it?
No, I use the tiny sheets is what I'm used to in here.
So,
yeah. Oh.
16. You may have heard like stories and tales of the Fae, but it was kind of like you didn't really think that was an actual thing. You thought it was like just a story.
I always assumed the Fae was a myth.
Oh, it's real.
And it sucks.
Okay.
Whoa! Not all the
This place.
Just
this place has been fucking us up. All right.
Yo, just
this place sucks.
This Fae sucks. Normal Fae, much better most of the
Very
time.
much. Summer Court.
So
better.
we're in a bad Fae. That's what you're telling me.
I think all
Yes.
Fae are
Yeah.
bad Fae.
Yes.
Maybe
It's
that's why my
definitely
eye
dangerous
is messed
here.
up.
Look at your horns. We didn't catch your name, dead guy. What's your name?
It's Wruk. He's kind of puzzled because normally a Goliath would introduce their name, their given name, their nickname, and their clan name, but he seems to just kind of tail off and look disappointed that he can't remember anything other than Wruk.
Cool. I say we leave the dead guy. Do we need the
No.
Frog?
No, take me out of
Do we
here.
need the
Let
frog?
me out of here.
I can
No,
let you out of there.
We don't have permission to take the frog, right? We don't have permission to take the dead guy. We can't just come
Well,
here
I'm
and take
not-
him.
I'm
We're like,
You know what? I'll go ask right now.
obviously dead.
Hello, Mr. Froggy.
Yes. What do you want?
Can we take the dead guy?
Thank you.
No.
Why not?
He's-
He's like dead.
He's a prisoner. He injured 3 of my guards.
What?
Oh dear, we're not allowed to just take people.
Can I kind of test the strength of this door? It looks like it's made out of leaves or some shit. Like,
Yeah, you can roll a strength check on that.
Can we hear this conversation, Morgan? And Pinky's having with
Which
the guard.
one?
Pinky's
Yes, you
having
can.
with the guard.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
She's not being subtle at all.
Cool. Kevin's gonna walk out.
22.
Okay. So you get up and you're like, and you go over and grab onto the doors. It seems to be like more wooden slats with like a cross beam on it and a locking mechanism. And you just and there's a loud snap and the door cracks.
Oh,
Shit,
myself out
guys,
then.
go.
PvP is here for you boys. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so as Kevin says, you come up and you're about to engage in this conversation. There's a loud wooden snap behind you as well, and the 2 guards look at you and look behind.
We're
What is
gonna.
that roll for?
I thought we were doing initiative. My bad.
Yeah, I'm just a guest star for this week. Hopefully this sponsor.
Okay, and the 2 look inside, and Wruk, are you opening the door, or did you just like test it?
I just wanted to test it, like see if I could open the door.
And
Because if it's gonna leave me here, I'm just gonna get the fuck out.
If Kevin's
the one with the rapier pushes you to the side, Kevis, and stomps in. Release the door! Step back! Remain in your cell!
Pinky's like hovering over Kevis to see what's happening.
Kevin's
It's
gonna
a
run
calm-
in.
Calm down, everybody.
Yeah,
Calm down.
What?
He's.
Just
Maybe we should go talk to the king. We know the king. We could probably get you out of there.
I mean, I can
we'll
get
be
myself
back
out
with
of
you. Probably. Maybe.
I'll go sit back down.
And you see the frog just sitting there, just like.
Yeah, we'll go talk to the king, see if we can get things sorted out for you. Maybe the frog.
I said, are we done with the frog, or is that all we wanted to ask her? Was
Yeah.
No, there was
What
more,
happened?
but the conversation changed to him.
Okay.
Oh, but here I thought it was going to be another boring day. And she lays back down in the pool. Not
To be fair, I didn't want to interrupt the RP.
No, you're good. Kevin's gonna turn to the group. Well, first, back to Wruk. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Wruk.
Wruk. If we go and talk to the king, will you still be here? Because obviously what's keeping you here is no longer a problem.
I don't want to make any problems here. Matt, it's not. It doesn't do me any good to just wander out there again. So yeah, why not?
He seems to be a nice dead guy.
Can you stop calling him dead?
He's dead.
He wasn't breathing.
He'll act like he's.
Roll a performance check as you're trying to move your body appropriately.
While he's doing that, Kevin's gonna turn to the group.
It is awkward as hell.
He might be spasming.
I was like, are you okay?
Is he okay? Are you?
I think he's dead.
I was trying to. Sorry, I was trying to breathe. That's all.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
And the bird guy looks at you and is like, well, stop. Freaking me out.
okay. Kevin's gonna turn back to the group. Why don't, since I still have a conversation with the individual with, I already forgot her, or with, what's her name? Morgort? Morgort. Why don't you guys go talk to the king? Because honestly, I dislike him very much, and it's probably better if I'm not there.
Welcome to the campaign.
You should just wait till combat. Just wait till combat. It gets really good.
God. And I can have my conversation that I want, and then we can meet back here.
Sounds good.
Wouldn't me even trying to talk to this king, or should I stay here with you?
Looks at Eli. Stay here.
Got it.
Yeah, the rest of us, we totally got this. See ya, bye.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go talk to the king.
I'm gonna grab Pinky before she goes.
Oh, damn it.
Just tries to flutter off, and her feet kind of stick out. Alright.
Damn it. What? Let me go.
Can you just chill for a second?
What?
Can you just... Obviously, the king likes you. I guess
Does he?
technically he likes me because of Oberon, but whatever. Just bring up the reward for the work that we did. And try to get... And I'll point to the Goliath dead in the cage. Try to get him out of here.
Work? Look.
Wruk. Like
Wruk.
R-U-C-K basically, but it's just spelled different. So Wruk, yeah.
Wruk. Okay.
Can you just... Those two things and only those two things.
Okay.
And you talk.
So we get our reward.
You and Moose.
And we
Reward.
get a reward. And we get our prisoners.
Prisoners.
We don't want the frog too?
I mean, if you can get her out, then sure. But
Okay.
I think primarily, I think this guy, if we can get him to come with us,
Yeah,
might
for
be
sure.
a better idea. And we don't have to take a beating as much.
Oh, for sure. Okay. All right.
You got it.
I got it. I got this.
I
Hopefully.
look at Eli. Okay, he just lets go, Pinky.
When Pinky comes over this way, I'm gonna reach out a hand and put it on her shoulder and say, "Okay, you probably should do the talking. I'll help you out, but just remember, machine wash in cold water only."
Huh?
And I will give her guidance.
What?
Your hand is bigger than she is.
Yeah, you
Pretty sure.
you put your hand on Pinky and she goes down a good few feet.
Like maybe just put a finger on her.
Yeah, that's what's it.
Actually, can I give guidance?
Because you got your armor on.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this all happens, and you're a little bit used to Moose saying this sort of thing, and and so you think he's giving you guidance. Mechanically, no, nothing happens.
Do you still expend the spell slot for trying, even though you can't
Cantrip.
cast it?
Cantrip.
That's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. Yeah, I guess right. His guidance. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to the king for our reward, and then we're going to get our prisoners
Okay,
because there are prisoners now.
that's right.
Something like that. Kevin. Maybe he should.
All right, so you guys proceed over to the court.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you guys bugger over there, and Zarius goes with. You come back in, and who's taking point? Zarius like strolls up and like flies and be like, "Hey, King, we need to like talk to you." And the whole court looks over. Some of them look annoyed. Most of them look excited for some level of entertainment. And you guys pile back into the leaning ivory gazebo, the white gazebo that's covered in vines and such drooping down. And Zarius is like, hey, so yeah, we like did some stuff and we want some stuff. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, surely you've heard the news by now.
And his Sir Grumpiness is looking at you. He's like, depends on the news that you're referring to. Many things are going on here as of late.
You must have heard the news that we have felled a great menacing tree.
The floor gang has slain old Barkless.
I did hear that. That is he starts saying mild, and then he like changes his mind. Mild, massive achievement, and very appreciated inside of our domain. And yes. Congratulations! You shall live on in our songs.
Yeah, we were also told that we would like get a reward for this kind of deed. It is a great deed that we've done.
And he looks at you, very annoyed. Who told you this?
I think it was the guards. Who told us this?
The crowd was kind of cheering it.
Everyone said we had done something great.
And there's like a look of frustration in his eyes as he's of course the benevolent King Golub would provide reward and glory to the floor gang, the great champions of felling old Barkless. Quite. And he looks around, he kind of like looks to several different people, and then there's one particular kind of stumpy looking guard that he looks at, and just for fun, because I love the art on this, I'm gonna put something in the chat so you guys can see the full art on this guy. It's hilarious. It's like, you there, come here. And there's a little bit of whispering between the two. He says, would you please go, would you go grab the bottle? Yes, the one that we talked about previously. And he says, yes. And he kind of like waddles off like towards the palace. This guy is wider than he is tall. And he's just like kind of awkwardly like shuffles over to the palace. And it's like, your reward will be Coming momentarily. Now, what, while we wait for that, what else is it that you want?
You seem a little, annoyed. Is everything going alright?
It's, there's much happening in the court, and his eyes kind of look around. And even in the last day, there's several new events, including your arrival, that just happens to be quite a bit going on.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack's, just for a little artwork for you, this is the king. Very fluffy clothing, like overly done, makes him look obese. And you actually have no idea what his body type is underneath, just because there's so much obvious padding and like a very loose, kind of like floppy crown of lilies on top with a staff. And next to him, he has a funny little alligator friend.
This is like the animated Robin Hood from like back in the 60s or whatever.
Maybe.
We also heard that you had a new listener.
Yes, that is one of the events that I'm referring to. And it, well, yes, that came in and caused quite a ruckus this last evening, injuring 3 of my guards.
That is quite unfortunate. You know, as quite capable members of the floor gang, I think it'd be a great idea if you let us handle him.
Roll a persuasion check.
It's the face of a not confident roll. Oh.
You know what? Just because I feel like it, and I'm feeling a little spicy, I might add,
No.
Do I need to add?
I mean, you had a 24.
You got a 24, yeah, and if you can only recover them like once per day. Your first one per day you can recover, so don't. I mean,
Fine.
I understand you have a lot, but you can use them in other better situations.
Alright. I will take my 24 and strut my stuff.
He looks at it. He looks at you, and just general rule of thumb: when you guys are doing a check, you guys you put in the best effort that you can every time, regardless of whatever the dice says. So, what a 24 feels the same to Pinky as a 10 or a 5. That's just how effective was it in the coming across. The same thing works for stealth. You're always stealth to the best of your ability. You can't tell how well it's done. In this instance, he looks at you and his brow kind of furrows for a moment, and he looks around and he says, "There may be, you may be onto something. Glad. Your suggestion has given me a great idea."
Oh, has it?
Yes. So, we happen to have another prisoner right now as well, which I believe we spoke about previously. Morgart, the former Knight of Warts. She helped us abscond with a balloon and set fire to the factory. And she is set to be put on trial by combat, as is our law. I am unable to change that law. However, with the addition of this new rapscallion that wandered in last night, perhaps he can be her opponent. And if she survives, then she goes free. If he survives, he goes free. You are welcome to join us and watch the festivities.
Oh.
What did he do?
He injured.
Wandered
like,
in
three
like
of
a-
your guards.
Like from what I gather, I was sleeping peacefully at home, and apparently he came in as a raging giant, and walked in mumbling and muttering, and as my people tried to persuade him to stop, he aggressively lashed out and injured several of them. So,
That's what the police say.
Have you like? Did he like apologize for it?
he was not in a state of mind where he could apologize. We eventually subdued him with many of our men and threw him into the prison cell. And he apparently remained unconscious after he went in.
Okay.
What if you put him under our care and we assured you that we would find him a way out?
And
For
he
sure.
looks at you for a moment. He says, "Oh, that does not excuse the transgressions of Morgoth. There will still be a trial by combat. You say you want a reward for felling Big Bacchus. That tree and those pesky Don sprites have disposed of several of our people, especially those who are too young to know the cautionary tales of it. You want a reward?
Yeah.
The prisoner. Therefore, yes, the prisoner can be your reward.
We have both prisoners.
No. No, an example must be made of Morgoth, as she betrayed our society.
I kind of like that deal. Moose, serious. Give us one moment.
Certainly, and he leans over and kind of in a hushed tone begins talking to his queen next to him.
So, do we just take the prisoner as our reward?
Yeah, like an indentured servant or something.
Oh, I mean, no? What?
I mean,
What? I mean, he will be our prisoner, but
right?
yeah.
Isn't
okay.
that?
Yeah, this sounds like a great idea, guys. Like, yeah, that's what we were here for, right? To like,
Yeah.
Get a
some
servant.
offers.
That's what we always wanted.
Of course,
I mean,
of
I've had
course.
them before. Obviously,
Yeah,
What?
so you know what to do. That's perfect.
Obviously.
Yes, we will take the prisoner.
And he says, "Yes, perfect. That is excellent. Now, the prisoner is yours. The large one. It doesn't appear that he didn't betray us. We don't even know where he came from. As a gesture of goodwill from the floor gang, you shall take this unfortunate soul and care for him and relieve him from our care."
Yes, we will look after him.
Yes, precisely. Excellent. All of our accounts are balanced in that case. And the kind of tubby looking knight frog comes like kind of waddling back up, and he's got this this bottle in his hand with a kind of a viscous swirly liquid. Looks kind of brownish yellow and thick, and as he like sloshes around, like the little part of the neck of the bottle that isn't quite full sloshes up there. It's got a very thick drag as the liquid settles back down in the body.
What?
He comes back over and says, Your Highness, as requested, he looks over and says, "Enough! We don't need that. Away! Be gone with you!" And the night frog just looks kind of like flabbergasted, doesn't know what to do, and then like turns around and starts running back towards the palace again.
Well, we're gonna go get our prisoner. Your knights aren't gonna get in our way and tell us that we can't take him, right?
And
They
he
are
says,
so poorly informed.
"Roll a persuasion check."
The 21.
You're lucky you're rolling well. And looks at you and says, his eyes narrow. "I tell my people what I want them to know. If you were king, you would understand. There are complications and gravities to leadership that someone such as yourself couldn't possibly understand." And he looks to one of the knights and tells him, "Go inform the others." And he stands up and does like a wet hand slap onto his breastplate as like a bit of a salute, like a whack, and then like shuffles off.
Alright, we'll be on our way. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. The floor gang leaves. Goodbye.
Okay. Xerius is like, "By the way, you guys really, we met that cook of yours. He knows how to make some really tasty bugs. You should definitely give him a raise." "Okay, bye." And the king, as per usual, is left utterly baffled and bamboozled by the presence of the floor gang. Meanwhile, as that's happening, pan back over to Eli and Kevis before y'all show back up.
Yeah, we'll be like,
Whatever Kevis was doing, but whatever Kevis is doing, I'm casting healing light on the dead guy.
As soon,
Okay.
my goodness.
as soon as the three would have left, that Kevis would have looked over at Eli. "Do you think it was a good idea that we sent those three to go talk to the king?"
What? Why not? Mooch is really well versed in, all this stupid like royalty stuff. So seems fine.
Okay, fair enough. Kevis will then walk back over. You seem very calm for being locked up right now.
I don't really know where I am or how I got here, so.
And he targets. He says this to both of them, by the way. Both prisoners. And also, and so he looks at Eli. "Don't be an ass.
Hey, what did I do?
It's what you haven't done yet."
Anyway, does he look less dead since I've tried to heal him?
You cast your healing light, the kind of familiar like light white, the light purple with a little white tinges to it. Reaches out and touches his body, and nothing changes.
This is gonna take me a little while to process.
The little goblin dude just sits there and like stares at you puzzlingly. And Morgort says, "Well, I've already been here for several days, and I've had time to contemplate my circumstance, and yeah, I feel confident about whatever is to come."
Do you even know what's about to come?
Of course, trial by combat. What else?
And you're confident about that?
I didn't get the title of the Knight of Warts for nothing.
Okay.
Great title.
He's gonna look back at Goliath, and then look back. Trial by combat between prisoners.
Oh, that's one of the likely scenarios. Yes. That could be another one of the knights. It could be anybody, really. Whoever just feels like championing the cause of the local people of Downfall.
Dumbfounded. Like,
There could just be a group of people who like causing trouble and want to get in a fight.
I assume you're talking about yourself.
Possibly.
no.
Our group is pretty. All right.
He does. He does.
Well, I wouldn't mind a bit of a distraction. We could make something work out of that.
Just stares at Eli.
She called me a distraction.
You've been called a lot of things.
Eli's starting to get a little bit of a crush as this frog lady is like saying all the right pretty words to him. She looks at you and says, at Kevis and says, "You help Sotalba.
Yes.
Help me as well. Help me get out of here. Get me out of this place so that I can be rid of the idiocy that rules here."
Kevis leans in. What do you mean, rid?
What do you mean by idiocy? We're just talking about the frogs, or are we going higher up the food chain here?
Oh, yeah, Eli doesn't know any of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Babylon is not a peach either. Her rule over this place is shoddy, to say the least.
She's anti-Bav. Bro, she's anti-Bav. Bro.
And she's saying, as she approaches the subject of Baflorna, her voice hushes down as she doesn't want her voice to carry far enough for the guards to overhear.
Kevis looks at her. And more hush tone. You're targeting the king, aren't you?
No. Whatever royal plumpness sits on the throne is irrelevant in the next 5 minutes. Give it. These pompous imbeciles clamoring for the throne, taking what's rightfully. You know how they all ascend to the throne? They murder their predecessors. Some of them have only been here for... Some of them were only in power for 30 minutes. No, taking care of Gollum does nothing. He will be removed naturally, eventually.
So what is your plan then?
What you see in Downfall is a systemic symptom of the larger problem. Bavlorna. She created this power struggle dynamic that exists here in Downfall. By those always paying attention to who's next in line and what did the king say? Oh my! Oh, did you hear the latest gossip? And she throws her hands up, and like she's like feigning ridiculous, like pompous behavior. She says, "So damn busy thinking what one another, or caring about what one another think that they have no interest in actually taking care of the problem itself." Bavlorna is a curse. A powerful curse. But one that nonetheless needs to be removed.
And how are you going to go about that?
Figure out a way. It'd be easier with friends.
Kevis turns to Eli and motions him to come over. So now Eli can hear. Your ultimate goal is to rid of Bavlorna from here, to make this area what it used to be, to right the wrong she's done to all the people here, which we've met multiple individuals. But you have no plan, and you want allies.
She starts laughing hysterically and looks at Eli, who is doing tongue lips. I'm sorry. I heard everything you said, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Not that. The rest of his face looks so serious, but just his lips. And she wipes kind of a tear off her eye, just the mucus from her skin gleaming. She's and one of the frogs looks back there. It's like, "What's going on?" "Oh, shut it, Randall!"
We're on a first name basis.
"Oh, those two morons over there. I trained them both. Should have beaten them in the heads more diligently."
Curiosity. What do you know about Bavlorna? Do you have an idea on how we can take her down at all? Do you know even where to start?
One should start with a pointy sword.
I like her style.
Okay, something that's not obvious.
Sometimes obvious is best. I don't pretend to be smarter than she is. She's been scheming for aeons. But with the right amount of muscle, we may be able to just beat the ever-living shit out of her.
Hey, dead guy.
Mm-hmm.
You like beating the ever-living shit out of things?
I've been known to.
I think this is a great plan. This is starting to come together.
Okay,
Hey, Candace.
okay.
Candace, listen. It might be fine.
When has any of our plans ever gone fine?
Nope. This is perfect. It's simple. It's just it's obvious, right? Like nobody can fuck this up. It's go in there,
Oh,
beat the shit out of them.
nobody can fuck this up. Have you met our group?
I mean, we haven't fucked anything up too bad other than some wings, right? I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, I fixed those.
He almost died.
Yeah, I fixed them.
No. You fixed
I fixed
his
the
wings.
Yeah.
Moose fixed him from death.
Potato.
Why don't we wait till the rest of the group gets here? I'm on
just
the.
know. I think this is a great idea. But I think if we're gonna do this, it's gonna be break her out and go to Bavlorna immediately.
Well, hopefully your friends get back soon. I kind of lean on the door to make it like splinter a little bit.
Hold on. We don't need more problems. They'll be back. They do like to talk, so probably not the best group to send, but they will get their shit done. Looks back at Eli.
It's right about now that you see little pink sparkles like coming through the mist near you.
There we go. Right.
And
1 second with them.
You can't kill a dead guy.
All right.
You can do a lot of
Mr.
shit in the Fae.
Not dead,
Oh,
dead
did it.
dude. You can come out.
I helped. Yeah, it was a lot.
Kev is kind of shocked. You actually got it.
Huh?
Yeah, Wruk is now indentured to
Yeah.
us.
He's ours.
He's an indentured servant.
Wait. What deal did you make?
What do you mean
Well,
he's ours?
We won him because we killed the tree, and so they.
He's our reward.
Yep.
So what about this one?
Yeah, the king was
that
totally
one?
gonna like give us some sort of like I don't know, like slime in a bottle. Yeah, that was gonna be his reward, but then we talked him into this, and now he's gonna just let us have this guy because he didn't even want to deal with him. He didn't know him.
We took a dead guy over slime.
You already have slime.
Yeah, don't you have slime in your bag? Play with your slime.
Fuck off.
Yeah. But big, not dead guy. You can come out now.
I'll just finish the door off.
All right,
Just open the cage.
let's rip it off. There's almost nothing there to do. It's very easy for you to break it. And the three guards that are now outside, just like Randall, you're fixing it. What?
Okay.
Yeah, the frog is gonna have to fight to the death.
Yeah. She's gonna have to fight to the death.
Or, hear me out. Hush
What?
tone again.
Randall, I hope I'm fighting you, you sloppy footwork bastard.
All right. Can you guards like shoodle do a little bit?
I'm gonna actually walk over to the Nightmare Fuel Scarecrow and ask for my weapons back.
Like, oh hey.
I gotta
Weapons.
show this. Jesus.
He's just like, yeah, hi. I don't know. Talk to them. I didn't touch your stuff. I just came in here because I heard there was a new guy. What's up, new guy?
He's part of the floor gang now.
Yeah, he's kind of
He's
like
an honorary member.
Clapperclaw puts his hand on his chest. I'm part of the floor gang? That's
Yeah.
so cool!
For
Nice.
the big guy. I mean, you are too.
Yeah,
You're
you were an
honorary.
honorary member.
We made you
Well, now,
honorary guy.
well, now it feels like a consolation prize because he got it too. What, are you just like letting everybody in? What kind of a cool club is this? You're not supposed to be secretive.
I mean, look, the frogs aren't a part of it.
Yeah. Boo. What?
All right, Kevis, what was this whole like? Let's gather around and
Okay. So, you looking at Pinky? No,
Me?
the shit that's going around in the background.
yeah,
Pinky, with your passive perception, you notice that all of the guards are staring at you guys.
guys, we cannot talk about this right here.
And I'll tell the guards again. I'll tell them when I told him my weapons now, and hopefully it'll get them to.
Roll an
My
intimidation check.
Okay.
He did intimidation checks. Is he not just an intimidating motherfucker?
21.
Yes, he
21.
is.
One of them, the armored one that was nearby this whole time, just right. No, I saw what you did to Gerald. I don't need that happening to me. Right this way. The king said so. All right. And he just rushes off towards the palace to go and gather some supplies, hypothetically.
Can I just look at the other two that we want gone and be like,
with that intimidation check, one of them just kind of like his eyes go wide. He just like stares at you in fear, and the other one says, "We are duty bound to be here at this."
You sure you don't want to check with the king on that? And I'll back him up on some intimidation.
Okay. So you can roll one as well, or Jax can, or Wruk can roll with advantage.
Go ahead
I'll
and
do
roll
advantage,
advantage, I guess.
18.
Okay, so whichever one was first. Okay, so the one, this would have been advantage going with your first one. So it was a 21 and a 1. So the 21 will stay.
Oh, okay.
And so he kind of looks at you. He's like, right. The king. Mogod better still be here when we come back. And the two of them just run off.
Okay, guys.
Okay. When they come back, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go now. Do it.
What? You want me to like break her out?
Yes.
Short story.
Nope.
She wants to take care of
Wait, the Lord?
Bavlorna. She wants
Oh.
allies. She wants us. We have a large motherfucker now.
Dead guy. What's dead guy?
Guys, could we just, as much as that? Yes. Didn't we all discuss that if she dies, we lose our stuff?
When did that come up? Wait a minute. Time out. When did that come up?
Did you not hear the conversation?
I don't pay attention a lot of the time.
Fair enough. She wants to kill her.
Yeah. Okay, but no. What I'm saying is, if she dies, we lose our stuff?
We don't know where it is. We know she has it.
Okay, well, if she's dead, we can just search her place wherever. I want to look in that cabinet. I guarantee you half her shit's in that cabinet.
Also,
Darius's stuff seems
Like it's
I don't
not
know.
something you can just like find in a cabinet.
right, and then
Yeah, I don't know, like how somebody keeps hold of. Oh, hey, big guy. By the way, this Bavlorna chick, she took my ability to be quiet. Yeah, so I don't know how we find that, but that's what we're looking for. That's one of the things.
Well, let's try to get that back. Huh?
Hey, Wruk, did you lose something?
sounds like memory.
You lost? Yeah.
Lost memories, yeah.
we should really decide if we're letting this frog out. She's gonna fight to her death.
Yeah, she kind of informed us of that, and she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care. Honestly,
If she doesn't care, then let her fight.
here's the thing.
Okay.
We
She will probably win the combat.
we kill Bavlorna. We still have 2 other hags.
Yeah.
Let's go get this picture. We've got 6 days.
So, my thought, Pinky, open the cage. She's on her own to do what she wants. Because
Okay.
I don't know what. Because if we kill Bavlorna, like I said, we have 2 other hags. I'd rather not have 2 hags pissed at us. But we also have stuff to get back.
Do I know anything about a hag when they say that? Do I know they're like not to be trifled with?
Roll a history check.
I won't. I'm just gonna use
No,
my thing.
No, you don't even. With this one, you don't even have any idea what they're talking about. A hag's just like a cranky old lady, right?
Oh, unlock
She's a
the
cracky old
cage?
lady.
I mean,
Unlock the cage, let's kill this bitch.
We can't kill her. I mean, we can kill her, but like we need. Don't you guys want your stuff
aren't
back?
you the one that said we would probably not stand a chance against a hag?
That was before the frog and the dead guy.
And the guy comes back and he hands over all of Rick's stuff, which is essentially nothing except two large pair, or a pair of very large stone swords that he's just like dragging through the mud, and there's like these deep grooves as he can't even really like pick them up fully. And he comes by and he hands them back to you. So you do have your swords, and he looks around. He's like, "Where's the other guards?"
They went to go find you.
Roll a deception check.
My goodness.
Sorry, my dice are painfully slow at the moment. Will a 26 convince him?
All right, that's pretty. That's
We
pretty
are
good.
rolling real high right now, guys.
Seriously, ever since you guys came into Downfall, your rolls for like conversation have been badass. It's just, well, right. Since they're not here, I will stay put and guard the space until their return. So, I suppose if you would like to continue visiting, you're more than welcome to. I'll just be here at my post.
Just gonna like block the door basically if I can, like just stand in front of it.
Like, give him no vision in.
Yeah, exactly. Like just be as
Yeah, can like Moose and this big guy just.
Taking less opportunity for this.
So
Yep. So, what are you guys doing?
I vote we don't start a fight with her. Open this cage, and she is on her own. Do what she wants. We go on with our original objective.
Okay.
We have an ally. As she looks back at her. We do, correct?
Oh. And she looks at you, and she says, "How do I know that you didn't just capture Sir Talavar, and you're trying to give me away?"
Oh my gosh. Pinky will take out Sir Talavar's dagger carefully. She's like rolling, just like, he gave this to us in return for setting him free.
"And how did you do that?" She looks at you pretty suspiciously.
We had to fucking jump through hurdles, go through an oggy boggy swamp to find a moving hill.
And a lady with keys had the key for his cage, kind of.
We had to get that back.
I don't know if you've
Yeah, we did.
somebody named Jingle Jangle, but supposedly they have keys that can open like a lot of locks.
And
Just happen to have one.
okay, roll a persuasion check as she's doing this, and go ahead and do it at advantage.
So I will just actually add a dice to that and roll 1d6.
You can use my guidance.
Of course, your guidance. Oh. That's a 17.
Yeah, 17. 17 was what you needed. And she looks at you, and she's very suspicious. Like, as soon as she shows you as soon as you show her the dagger, her eyes narrow as she's trying to identify whether or not you killed her friend and took it from him. But the story of what you went through to get there, the mention of Jingle Jangle, the fact that Eli is wearing keys on his chainmail. Takes a moment. She sits there staring at you. You can see the gears turning in her head, and something gives and she clicks. She says, "All right, I believe you.
Oh.
Now, yes, you have an ally."
Oh,
I will do everything I can to rid Bavlorna out of this realm so that Downfall itself may return to a prosperity instead of insanity.
Can Kevis do an insight check on when she said yes, you have an ally?
Yep, go for it.
If Pinky thinks that Rock over here is pretty
She
much
seems-
covering this door.
She seems solid. Like of all the frogs that you've seen so far, she is the only one that seems to have any sort of integrity that was not just like working class. The working class ones, they definitely seem oppressed and
Right.
smothered personality wise. She's the first one that seems to have been in the upper echelon and has retained a sense of self.
Okay.
And so you're buying what she's saying.
Looks to Kevis. Open that door.
Kind of looks at everyone else. I mean, open the door and see what happens, I guess.
Okay. You better get me covered. She will do
I'm gonna
this.
throw my mace outside.
Roll an attack.
Okay.
It's a 12. I don't think. I'm getting distracted.
16. Ding! You weren't specific about what you were doing, so
Nope.
it flies
Just
and
throw
just
it
like,
outside.
it hits the frog and he turns around. He's not bothered by it. What the dickens?
It's covered in light as well. It's shedding bright light in his face.
Yep. Okay, sleight of hand check. You go to pick it, and it doesn't go. You're trying to get it in there, and what the? Something about like whoever constructed this lock does not follow the normal paradigms that you follow or that you are aware of. So you are unsuccessful in picking the lock.
Jesus. I mean, I can try here. Or I can just jam my knife in like I did last time.
Hey, Wruk, do you think you can pick that lock?
Oh, let me try. Let me try one more time. I'm gonna really give it my all.
What is this?
Pinky and Moose, both give me a a stealth check, please.
What is this guard doing while this is all going down?
Oh yeah.
He's got the mace.
Staring at the back of Wruk's head is what he's doing. And he's like starting to
Rug's facing out. Rug's facing out.
Oh, okay. He's like looking. He's
Like a
trying to like,
bouncer.
get a view behind Wruk of like what's going on.
Pinky was a nat 20.
Okay. But Moose with a total of 5. The guard does hear Moose say, "Hey, Wruk, can you pick this lock?" And he gets a surprised look on his face, and turns around and begins to run, and begins to shout, "Sound the alarm!
Before
I'm
he,
Prison
gonna go
break!"
after him. I'm going
before
after him.
he does that, Kevis casts Charms Person.
And oops, and I just turned everybody stealth-wise. And we are going to start initiative and come back after the break. So go ahead and roll initiative, and we will see everybody in about 15 minutes or so.
We had one job.
So wait, how can I roll? I see people rolling in D&D Beyond and it coming into the game. Is there a thing I need to add to do that?
Yeah, so you can open up your character sheet in Foundry here, and then initiative is there's like there's a row of boxes.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I saw people rolling them. Yeah.
They're linked together. So in D&D Beyond, you should be linked to the campaign. So if you roll in D&D Beyond, or if you roll in the game, it'll share to D&D Beyond as well. It goes. They're linked together.
That's if you have Beyond 20.
Yeah,
You need
beyond.
Oh, okay.
Google-
Because I was about to say I did it and it didn't do it. What's Beyond 20? Is that just like an add-on?
Yeah,
It's just a
little
Chrome extension.
Yeah.
Can we count my 17?
Yeah, I can put 17 in there manually for you. And then I'll roll for Zarius as well. Okay. And now the Fae campaign that just became a prison heist, we will continue this in 15 minutes, so we'll come back 35 after. Okay. So coming back in, Moose, being not very stealthy in his traditional manner, asks if Pinky can pick the lock to the prison, and the guard hears it and begins to run away. Eli, you are up first.
So Pinky has a higher dex mod. Should she go first?
Oh, yeah.
That's usually how that works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, didn't see the tie. Okay, so Pinky, you're up first. And you're sitting there focusing on the lock itself.
I like take one look up, see this, I'm like, oh come on! Somebody else deal with that.
All right then.
Eli, it is
Deal
your
with
turn
it.
now.
And then she's going to go continue to do this lock.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Every time you fail, the DC is higher. But go ahead and give it an attempt.
I'm gonna do this. Okay. You got this.
Okay. You spend your turn getting in there, like, what the hell? It's. All right, you got it. Okay. It's now the knight's turn, and he's going to spend his entire movement speed.
Wait.
Oh, it's Eli's turn. You're right. I got ahead of myself.
I got told deal with it, so I'm gonna run up to this thing and fucking like stop fucker and cast inflict wounds on it.
What?
Okay, roll an attack.
Oh,
That's
Natural one. Okay, you run up and like. What is this move? Do you have something to say?
that's 9 out of 12. We are 9 out of 12 in combat. 9 out of 12.
This is not looking hot. Welcome to our combat.
Is it really that bad? No, because you guys fought the tree. So there's been a gap in between.
Yeah.
But to give you some context there, Jax, in the last 3 sessions, or actually in the last 4 sessions, there's been 3. This is now the 4th combat session. There have been 9 natural ones rolled amongst maybe 20 non-natural ones. The luck that this team is having is abominable.
you know, I'm here to change the fortune, hopefully.
Yep. So you run up and you're like, "Stop, fucker!" And Wruk hasn't reacted or moved out of the way yet, and his big frame is inside of the door. You clothesline yourself on Ryuk's ass and just like fall on your back and slide out the door. And you are prone.
Who is that? Mark Sanchez. That's Mark Sanchez.
The butt fumble. The butt fumble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Must be that added height.
Yep. Okay, now. Anything else for your turn, Eli?
I mean, I didn't use any movement. Can I use my movement to get the fuck back up and on my feet and dust myself off?
Yes, you can. So that is now, that was 10 feet of your... Oh, yeah, that's all your movement now. Okay. Okay, now it's the knight's turn, and he's going to run away, using his full movement speed.
He will get an attack of opportunity, though.
Yep. So go ahead and make an unarmed strike, because you don't even have your mace, because it's on the ground next to you.
That's right. I mean, I'll take the first one. I just don't know what my modifiers are. It's the same modifiers. It's the same.
Okay.
12.
So
12.
12. Nope. You stand up and like take a swing and just kind of like spin around in place for a second as he runs away and begins to shout, "Prisoners escaping! Prisoners escaping!" And runs inside and starts gathering the troops essentially. So he's going to go there, and then he's also going to move 10 feet that way. Okay, not that you guys can see, you guys see him disappear into the thick mist. The mist around this entire place is so thick that you can only see about 20 feet in any direction. So Wruk, over to you.
Are we fighting them, or? I'm just like looking for approval to chase them or not, basically.
I got told to deal with them.
Alright, I guess I'm dashing towards them.
All right.
So it'd be... see if I can remember how to do this.
Yep, and you can... Perfect, yeah. You can use the spacebar to make yourself go in the direction wherever your measurement tool is showing.
Oh
Okay,
boy. Wow.
What's your total movement speed?
30, so I dashed. Well, I came from the door.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So you dash over there,
25.
2 large scimitars in hand, and you come up and see the guard is now dashing in a different direction. He ran down to the palace, yelled at the guards there, and then started to run away, and you see 2 bullywugs with little spears and a couple of associated crocodiles started to thrash themselves out of the water, looking aggressive.
Wow. It's only
Next up
one. Oh, I'm not done. I'm raging.
Oh, rage! Yeah.
There
Are
we go.
you
That's
red-
my turn. Yeah,
Is that red light on? Is that
we're
red light
raging.
on your face because you're raging?
Wait, why am I burning?
What is going on?
That's I don't have a rage token yet.
Oh, okay.
It's one of my projects to get there to have like a token for like every status. That's
Okay,
a lot of
okay.
work. I haven't done it yet. I like the red ambiance on your face for raging.
We're mad. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Morgort, and she says, "Well, if you would like me to fight, I'm going to need a weapon."
Are we fighting?
Oh, what? Oh.
Well, you didn't really give them much choice. I'm pretty sure you just turned all of Downfall against you. So this is going to be interesting. This is,
Welcome to the floor gang.
right. Happy to be a part. Weapon, please.
Somebody give her a rapier.
Pinky will.
Zarius is like, I don't know, you can have my old spear. This one's not fancy like my new one. It's like, oh, thank you. I will gladly take that. And that will be her turn, just kind of gathering a weapon and preparing to move. All right, Zarius' turn. He's gonna fly out and be like, "Where'd that big guy go?" And he's gonna move to.
We should just get out of here.
Yeah, but like, where are we going? I don't know what we're doing.
Agden's? Just get in the boat and head to Agden's? Or are we going to Bavlorna?
We want to
You
go.
guys tell me what I'm doing.
We can't go to
Like,
Bavlorna
like-
now.
We can definitely go to Bavlorna.
Okay. Zarius is gonna spend his turn just like waiting for a cue from the rest of you. Kevis, your turn.
Are we going to Bavlorna or are we leaving?
We leave the dead guy.
I mean,
It'll be fine.
I have an idea. We should just go to Bavlorna. You'll regret this.
Kate, Kevis is moving out, but it's piped in. Right in front of Zarius. Can't see shit. He's just up his full
We
movement.
should just leave.
He's just gonna get out here to see what he can see. That's all he can do. But he doesn't want to get the group
Yeah.
out of sight either.
Roll a perception check.
$13.
Okay. All right. You can't see much, just the mist. You see Ryuk kind of like his back like rushing off into the distance towards the entrance of the palace, and that's about it.
Can I yell something?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, hey, big guy, come back here.
All right. Clapperclaw comes up. He's like, wait, what are we doing? We're going to Bavlorna? I don't want to go to Bavlorna. She scares me. Why would we go there? And he's just taking his turn, just hanging out. Moose, you're up next.
I am going to come outside. I think we come back for Bavlorna later, but we just get out of here for now. We just got to get out of here. And I'm gonna go this way over the water and say, Eli, put the boat down over here.
Okay, and is that your turn, Moose?
Yep.
All right. Then we will begin the next round, and I'm going to roll for all the other people that are involved now as well. So, Pinky, you're up next.
Oh, well, okay, we're just getting the hell out of Dodge! We're getting the hell out of Dodge! Let me... Fly over there. That was how many feet? 25. Great. Sure. Okay. That's her movement.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Ready in action. If I see any froggies coming towards us, I'll shoot my bow at them.
You'll shoot him with a bow?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You're holding your action. Eli, what about you? You are muted if you're talking.
No, I'm just talking quietly. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
No worries.
I'm gonna bend over. I mean, doesn't matter at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up my. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up, my light, and then I'm gonna head over and use my action to throw the boat in the water. Or not.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep. You go over. You pick the small-sized boat out of your pocket, trace the sigil on the stern, and it begins to expand, taking a full action to get to its large size. All right. Next up is the first knight, and he's going to continue racing away, running towards the king's palace. And you hear shouting in the distance. And that's about all you guys know and can see. Wruk, over to you.
Thank you.
I guess I heard them. No. Yes.
Yeah, you would have heard something. Yeah, you would have heard him shout, but it's up to you whether or not you're doing that.
Yep. So I will disengage. I will also lose my rage for not attacking. Well, yeah. And I'll head up here.
Okay, using a disengage to bugger out of there without taking an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
All right, so you just move back. You run up, about ready to swing. You hear, "Hey, we're getting out of here!" It's like you kind of have to dig your feet into the muck and about face and get out of there. Okay. Next up is Morgoth, and she says, "Oh well, this is so it is a retreat then. I have no interest in doing this on my own. Actually, I'll come with you." And she comes and she hops into the boat and I don't have a boat icon. I totally should, though.
Considering how much we use this thing, yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, next up is Zarius. Somebody want to run him?
Every time I run him, I run natural ones.
I feel like.
Well, to be fair, he does that with himself, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can run up, it's fine. Not a big deal. I think I still have... No, I don't have to go over him anymore.
I take it you're taking Darius then.
Oh, yeah, let me give you permissions on him. There you go.
Zarius is gonna fly like really far.
Okay. Whoa. Hold on, let's actually measure it out, though.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Here, I mean, alright, so if you want to... If you...
Guys,
Because you guys are in combat. Where he actually ends up matters.
Not that
And how high do you want him to fly?
Maybe scout ahead for us. I think we want to head
five
this
feet
direction,
in the air.
right?
10 feet in the air. I don't know where we're going, dude. What? Where's my measuring tools? It's not a measuring tool? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, next on the person on the top left, and then the measure tool.
what are you doing?
Mhm.
I'm pressing wrong buttons. That's what I'm doing.
He's placing templates instead.
Yeah. There, that's 35, and plus 5 is 40, and then plus another 10 feet, sure. So, there.
Okay, sounds good. He can dash if you want him to move further.
Nah, I don't really. Don't see a need. We'll just fly around a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Anyways.
Is the boat small enough, or the bridges large enough that we are going to be able to sail under them, or?
What bridge are you referring to?
Well, there's one to the left and one to the right of us, and we came in from like this direction over here. So
Yeah,
I
you came in
think
from the very far side.
right. So we have to get either around this bridge or around this bridge.
You guys don't. So you're on a further outskirt of Downfall than you have been before. You don't know what's around there. And the bridges that you have seen so far are not very tall. They're maybe like 5 feet off the water. But there may be another way that you can circumnavigate without having to interact with the bridges themselves. Okay. Next up is going to be one of the bullywugs, and this guy is going to use his full movement speed to dash and go after Wruk, and he's going to get himself Wruk. He's going to get himself over here.
And since Pinky was holding an action until she saw one of the frogs come up, she's gonna shoot this one.
Yep, absolutely. Take your shot.
Take a shot, take a shot. Why-ya!
3. Okay, it comes in and just you see a shape moving in the mist. You launch it and the mist shifts and it's a few feet over to the right. And he's he continues to run up. He doesn't have enough. That was his whole turn to get this close, and that's it. Kevis, you're up next. And Bullywug coming right up behind you, not wanting to deal with Wruk, and he's looking like he's preparing to attack you instead.
Kevis is gonna look at Wruk and be like, go to the boat over there. And Kevis's eyes are actually gonna gray over. And he's gonna look off in the distance. And a fog cloud is going to appear.
Nice.
What?
Where at?
That is a good question. I'm just drawing the radius right now. I want it so we can see that anybody coming at us can't.
That is incorrect. You cannot see into your fog cloud.
That's what I'm saying. No, us. I don't want us to be in it. Because we're going to turn and run from it. But everyone coming towards us has to go through that fog.
All right, sounds good. You see Kevis, he concentrate in those. You can kind of look over your back, and he kind of closes his eyes, reaches out, and grabs some of the mist around, and begins to pull it, and it moves outside of the, the 20 feet. It begins to condense and kind of cover the front of the palace and the kind of land bridge coming up towards you guys, and it is a heavily obscured area now.
And Kevis slightly so with his eyes kind of, I think of it like X-Men Storm's eyes going blurry or foggy, looks at him and just yells, "Get in the boat and go!" And then he's gonna take the attack of opportunity and he's just gonna try to get to shore.
Okay, sounds good.
Please swing at him.
Yep, so the bullywug's going to attack you for a 14. Nope, doesn't hit. Wruk, you can take your attack of opportunity as well.
Wait, on me?
No, on... Oh! Boy!
Oh, Sentinel!
I am Sentinel, baby!
Welcome to the group. First roll is a natural one. First roll in combat is a natural 20.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
How do I roll the damage for that? It doesn't... That's annoying. I need to change that, I guess. What's the easiest way to roll the damage for the...
Click on so in the chat it says attack and damage. So go ahead and hit
critical.
It says attack and hit critical, yeah.
Oh my god.
12.
Okay, 12. Not a very high roll. But you come in and slash him very hard across, like, from left hip up to right shoulder, and he spins down and falls to the ground. He is face down, prone, not dead yet, but very hurt, and just bleeding on the ground heavily at the moment. Okay, next up is going to be one of the crocodiles. I'm going to use his full movement speed just to move. Come on, move now. Why are you not moving?
Oh, is this the one I had a conversation with?
Yep, it is. Starts coming around the side, and you hear a couple more guys. This guy's going to try to take a shortcut through the palace. And then, let's see, who's next after that? Geez, the initiative worked out that, like, it's basically each group that I added separately is essentially going in order of, like, when I added them to the combat, which is just kind of funny. All right, this knight is going to come out, and he's going to see a bunch of fog and not really sure what's happening. He's going to just kind of start running in a certain direction. Yep, and he can't see, but he knows where the prison is. And just begins running in that direction, and he rolled well enough that he doesn't, like, run into anybody. Okay. Next up is Clapperclaw. Clapperclaw runs over to the boat and grabs puts his claws on top of that and, like, starts climbing in awkwardly, and it's like one of those moments where he has to, like, get to his side and, like, put one of his, like, boots up, and then, like, flips his whole body in uncomfortably. His head pops off. He kind of stands up and looking around for it, and then, like, finds it with his claws and puts it back on, and it's backwards, and so he flips it around and... Whew. being a member of the floor gang is a lot. It's really exciting. Okay. Next up is another one of the crocodiles. You guys pissed off a lot of people in a small space. And the crocodile. He rolled really well for like where he's going also. So he's gonna just move, and he's gonna get up to here, just pure luck. He just like kind of runs out and sloshes, and he's pointing in the wrong direction. He has to turn around before he realizes that he's close to Wruk. Moose, your turn.
I'm just gonna hold here, make sure everybody gets on the boat. And
Okay.
then, yeah, I would head out with the boat as it heads wherever it's going.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is a crocodile, and he's going in the wrong direction. And let's see, the last bullywug. Nope, he's getting lost inside the fog himself. Okay, so we're back up at the top with Pinky. Oh, nope, I lied. There are two more guys that I didn't. Oh, nope. So now it's back at the top with Pinky.
Sigh. She'll put her bow away.
Actually, that guy got a natural 20. So, sorry, I lied. It's not Pinky's turn. It's one dude's turn first.
You've lied to me.
I totally did. Okay. And he's going to... You see Frog beginning to swim through the swamp water on the side, kind of circumventing the cloud. And now it's Pinky's turn.
Alright. She puts her bow away. And she's gonna throw her daggers, psionic daggers, at this frog.
Okay, that'll be at disadvantage because he is prone. And ranged weapons are disadvantaged against prone targets.
Prone?
Yeah, knocked
Yep.
him prone.
Knocked him prone. Oh my gosh.
It's
Okay.
a little guy, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a little guy. I don't know. Do I see this?
You do see the frog like starting to splash through the water, like thrashing, even with his knightly armor on.
Wow. What a Chad. Alright, you know what? I'll throw my daggers at this prone guy. Sure, why not? Where? Let's see. Oh, so unfortunate. There was a nat 20. Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
She'll throw her other dagger at them.
Okay, go ahead and roll. 21 will hit, so go ahead and roll your damage there.
Alright, and I get sneak attack with this?
You do not.
I do not.
You don't have advantage, he's not engaged, and you're not stealthed.
But he does.
I'm threatening him though.
Yeah,
There's an ally
I have an
next to
ally
him.
next to him.
Which guy are you talking about? Or the one swimming or the one...
Prone.
One on the
Prone.
ground.
Oh, the one on the ground.
prone.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were attacking the guy in the water. Yes, you get piercing sneak attack. Oh, and Nope. Yep. So the first blade does miss. The second one does hit. You do get sneak attack. Go ahead and roll the damage.
I'll roll my damage. I'll roll my sneak attack.
All right.
Oh my
Jeez, you and those little
Nice.
animals. 17 points of damage. He is dead.
Oh.
You throw it, and the blade just like like sinks right into his head, and he like stops trying to get up and just slumps over.
We're
And
going.
the barbarian.
All right, so that was
He's gonna move 30 feet out.
okay. Sounds good. Eli, your turn.
I want to look at the boat and size it up and see if me, the dead man, Candace, Clapperclaw, and the frog will all fit in it at once.
If you try, it's going to be a tight squeeze.
What I thought.
And Mogor looks at you and says, "Well, I can certainly swim if that would help lighten the load." What you doing?
I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, excuse me. Fucking hope you use that. Use 15 feet of my movement to come up to the shore here. And first I'll cast Hex on the frog in the water.
Okay.
And then
charisma save?
no save. He's hexed.
No save. Okay, that's right.
Just sadness.
And then I'll hit him with a Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it. Roll the strike. 19, that will hit. Go ahead and deal your damage. Okay, 6 points of damage.
Big move.
As a dark purple beam of kind of dripping energy launches out, and it hits him in the water, and the kind of hex comes off as like this black sludgy tar, and just begins to, where he gets hit, it just sinks in and like adds extra pressure, and like hitting him slightly in the shoulder. Not a lot of damage there. Anything else for your turn, Eli?
That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is one of the knights. He's going to follow suit of his predecessor, and well, actually, let me go ahead and he's gonna jump into the water and start swimming as well. Wruk, your turn.
I'll disengage. Oh, well, can this guy even see me? He's in the fog.
He is in the fog. He can see you. Or he is in the fog. It's heavily obscured, so like he can tell that like you're right there. He just doesn't have good vision on you. So if he takes an attack, it'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah. I'll disengage. I don't have a reason not to, really. So I'll disengage and head to the boat.
Okay, sounds good. You just moving up there and getting in?
Yep.
Okay,
Wherever I need
and
to be.
as she comes in, to the boat, and as you come in, she's like, "Oh, that's right, he's a big boy. Yep, going in the water." So she's just gonna jump in and position herself over here with her spear. She is in the water, and that'll be her turn. As she readies an action, if one of them gets close enough, she's going to take a spear attack against them. Zarius is up next.
Forgot I was running into. Yeah, while he's waiting, he's gonna fly over to this guy and take a spear attack.
Okay, go for an attack. Uh, 24 will hit. And 10 points of piercing damage. All right. Getting just between a couple of the couple of the pieces inside of his armor, stabs him, brings it back out, able to do some damage.
Does I always forget with monks, is it unarmed strike as his bonus action?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. Cool. So he'll use a bonus action to unarmed strike as well.
Okay, go for it. Okay, 16 does not hit.
Okay.
Come in and you just punch into his kind of metallic armor. No joy there.
I gotcha. And then he's just going to. So I used what 15
30.
feet to get over here. I used 30.
Mm-hmm.
30.
So I'm
Yep.
just use. Yeah, I'm gonna use 20 more just to get out.
All right, come in, attack, and retreat, provoking no opportunity attack because he has the mobile feat. Kevis, over to you.
Can this crocodile that's here, can it see us?
You not really. It's just like rushing out of the edge. It just like landed in the water and it's still kind of getting its bearings. So it will be able to see you when its next turn comes up.
Okay.
But
Two
not at the
questions. One, so fog is a concentration. And the
Yep.
only way I drop concentration right is if I hit and fail the constitution check or I cast another spell that requires constitution or any spell at all.
Another concentration spell, so you can do other spells that don't require concentration just fine.
Okay. So, this is a really weird request, but if I cast, well, no matter what I'm casting Speak with Animals,
Okay.
as soon as I see this, a gator, let me rephrase that, any gator coming towards us, can I try to talk to them and persuade them?
You can hold your reaction in order to have a communication. Yeah.
Cool. Kevin's gonna do that. So he'll use his one use to speak with animals.
Okay. Sure.
As soon as he sees anything, then he's gonna try to persuade him.
All right. Awesome. Cool. So with your vision, I'm gonna shrink down Eli's light because it's actually showing you guys too much right now. Because even though the radius is that big, you guys can only see that extra with because of the density of the fog. Okay. Except this guy, he's gonna take his turn and run up, and this will be his extra 10 feet. Oops. Okay, so Kevis, there is a crocodile that starts kind of paddling towards you. What do you say?
Kevis looks over at him and you don't want to fight us. We are friends. These frogs here don't care about you. They're using you and they don't care about your life. We do.
Roll a persuasion check. The DC is a little bit lower because this one you've talked to before.
16.
Okay. That is what you needed.
There's no way this is working.
Trying to communicate to an angry animal while it's in like blood frenzy mode.
Yeah.
It does have a kind of a high DC. And it just. What do you want? They feed me. What will you do?
Peach.
We can get you food. That's easy. That's all they do for you. They don't care about anything else. They use you for fights. Doesn't sound like they care about you, whatever, what happens to you. Why do you value your life? Do you value your fellow gators? We can promise not to harm you. We can give you any food that you need. We are just trying to leave right now. We are in danger.
Okay. That's about all you get from it. It's just you're just responds with food. And it as this thing has a 2 intelligence.
Right.
It is not a complicated creature. So the argument that you're providing is is basically just going way over its head. But like it does stop. It doesn't seem to be pursuing you anymore. Okay, next guy is one of the bullywugs. It's actually the handler of this crocodile. He's just kind of come up. He's just huffing and puffing, just. This guy over here, he's in the fog. Let's see if he's. Yep, he is going to start heading over towards the prison. Next up is another crocodile. He's going to take his turn moving. Did that badly. Okay, the Bullywug Knight that was right next to Wruk is gonna go. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15. He's gonna get right up, and he's going to go for a grapple check on the boat, and he's going to try to like hold on to the boat and prevent it from leaving. So that will be a 15. The boat doesn't have a high AC. It's not trying to resist. So he does currently have the boat grappled. I'm gonna put the little grapple mark on him. Oh no, grapple. Do a little. I'll do restrained on him, but that's just marking that he has the boat himself. Clapperclaw's on the boat, and he's gonna kind of clamber over, and he is going to use. He's gonna kind of crawl in and like jump up in front of this frog's face and just kind of shake around and use his unsettling presence as a bonus action.
Oh my god!
That's like the perfect description of
Unsettling presence. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, on this guy, and that'll do it. Okay. And as he does, he shakes, and like the coins inside of his gourd head kind of shiver, and like the air around him kind of ripples with this kind of dark, creepy energy. And the frog is now frightened of Clapperclaw. And that'll be Clapperclaw's entire turn. Oh, nope, that's not true. He'll go for a claw attack on this guy too. For an 18, and that just hits, because these things are wearing plate armor. But Clapperclaw does really well and gets a 7 points of damage on this thing.
17?
does it release the boat when he's scared, or no?
No, being afraid just means he can't get closer. Yeah, and so that is Clapperclaw's turn.
When he takes an attack, does he have to make a check, like concentration or anything? I don't know how grapple works. Okay.
No, it just means that the speed is 0 of whatever's being grappled. Okay, so next.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Next up is the next crocodile. Let's see if it figures out where it's supposed to be going. Yes, it does. Just general direction check. It comes out. It swims up to Eli and is going to go for an attack on Eli. And going for a bite. And technically this is at advantage because he is
Flanked.
Cool.
flanked. Thank you, that's the word.
If he's at advantage, I'd like to use a luck point to choose the lowest dice.
Okay, so that was a 16 then.
Yep, that does not hit.
All right, sounds good. Comes up and goes for a bite, and you just kind of send out a burst of your kind of your darkened energy that you get from your patron, and it comes up and bites at what is essentially a fog kind of illusion instead. And that'll be his turn. Moose, you are up.
I'm gonna move around. Let's see, over here. and scoop up Eli.
Don't consent.
Don't consent.
Do not consent.
Eli, you want to ride?
I will fight this.
You're gonna dig your grave.
You're muted, Morgan.
If you do actually want to pick him up, it would be a grapple check to pick him up.
Well, Eli, I was gonna grab you, but you don't. You want to go?
I'm sandwiched right now, dog. You pick me up, I could get really hurt.
The one frog is his attention. If he goes for an attack of opportunity, he has to let go of the boat. And then there is the crocodile. So there's that.
We can't say anything, right? Like,
You guys can have quick little interactions as this is going on.
Kevis would just scream, I can take care of the crocodile. Handle the frog.
Sure.
Okay, well
Yes.
then I'll fly down next to the frog and I'm going to use a dagger to stick it like into his wrist or something so that he lets go of that boat for sure.
Okay, that'll be a higher DC as you're going for a specific target, but go ahead and roll your attack.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find it on my sheet because I'm used to using different stuff.
Okay,
Is it an
12
advantage or anything?
Technically no, but I will give it to you just because he's stable. He's like immobilized himself.
It's all
And-
good. If he's not flanked or something, it's alright.
Yeah, but he's also got two of your buddies around, and he's like holding himself still. So yeah, in this situation, yeah, I would give you it. I'd give it to you. And Eli, your luck point does not make me do anything different with my dice when I'm attacking. So that croc would have hit you. Oh, or when an attack roll is made against you. Never mind.
And against
Ignore
you.
that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. You're actually supposed to roll a third dice and choose out of the 3 lowest ones. The 16 ones.
Okay, yeah, it would. Sure.
It's
I'm gonna
fine.
Roll a,
Six-
I'm gonna,
It already
Just for
didn't
fun.
hit, so.
Yeah, it said 16 didn't hit, so.
okay. There's a chance that I roll a natural 1 and hit a frog instead.
Right.
Okay, the 17 does not hit. You come down and you just grind across the plate that's on his arm, just a little bit of a gash coming through. Next up is
I'm gonna move
one of
back
the
up
crocodiles. Okay.
away from.
Okay, and he just because this will be kind of funny, he's going to take an opportunity attack against you as a headbutt and gets a 5. Because that's the only part of him that's free. It doesn't do very well at all. Okay.
Not enough neck to make the reach, you know?
Oh, for sure. It's like a pumpkin trying to headbutt you. It's just there's nothing there. Okay, one of the crocodiles is going to come out, and inside of the fog, you start to hear screaming from one of the frogs as the crocodile starts attacking it in its confusion inside of the fog.
Hey, the fog's useful.
Yep, and this crocodile continues to roll very badly. Okay. We've got other frogs coming in. They are all taking the swimming route as well.
Gotta get out of here.
There's a frog that got bit by got hit, that has been bit by the crocodile, and so he's going to take his turn to attack the crocodile that's biting him. And that will be... max damage for 9 points of damage as he stabs the crocodile in the mouth, trying to get himself free. Alright, and that'll be it. 3 more Bullywug Knights join the fray, and a Bullywug Bard as well. So we'll start at the top of the round, and then these new guys will get their turns this time. Okay, so the one that Eli cursed earlier, it's his turn first. He's going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. And... let me see, he's going to come... over, and he's essentially going to jump into the boat, grab Wruk, and like try to lean back and pull him into the water. That's what he's doing.
He went past me. I'd like to take an attack of opportunity on him.
Yeah, you totally can.
Cool.
Natural 20. All right, go ahead and roll your dice, and the critical is doubled for the hex damage too.
Yep. So that's 6. That's 4, 8, minus 2. All right. So that's a total of 16 minus
2.
2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 14.
Okay, 14 damage to this guy, and you certainly disorient him. He, because it's a natural 20, you hit him on the head, and he jumps out and just like slaps into the side of the boat and falls back into the water. He is not successful on trying to get up there on his jump. Okay, Pinky, your turn.
Dang it. Gotta be so many people. Alright, she'll fly over. Will she be flanking with Eli?
Yes, she will, if she's right there.
Yep. Dimensional chest. And she will attack with her psychic plates in range, because they are able to do that.
So melee weapons.
Also melee weapons.
Okay, at advantage, that is a 14. That does not hit.
Interesting. Well, I guess she'll just attack with her second set and hope this one's a little better.
21 does hit.
Plus her sneak attack.
Okay, 7 damage.
That's 10 damage.
Plus... okay, 3... so 10 damage total. Alright. Nicely done. Okay, anything else on your turn?
Does she still have her bonus action? Okay.
No, bonus action
you
was
used
your...
it to attack.
Mine's, okay, she's gonna
Yeah.
stay right here.
Okay.
Back. Yeah. There.
Although, does 2-weapon fighting count for her too?
That's...
I would say no, because she's taking the time to conjure the weapon.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Pinky's turn. Eli, back to you.
I'm just gonna look around, kind of freaked out, and cast Word of Radiance.
Okay. Constitution checks from all 3 of them, right?
Yep.
Okay, the crocodile. That is an 8.
Fail. Fails.
Your cursed friend. That is a 17.
Fails.
And the squat pumpkin frog. That is an 8.
The only one that saves is the one that's hexed, and they all take 1 damage because I can't roll with fucking Word of Radiance.
Nope. We have seen that a lot.
It's okay,
Very
those,
limited damage.
those,
from that.
those 1d6s don't like you.
Okay. So Eli flashes out just a bright purple light, brandishing out a 5-foot space, just searing on to his enemies. They all kind of like squint their eyes a bit. Anything else, Eli?
Can I touch the frog that I hexed?
Yes.
Cool. I will cast inflict wounds on it.
Okay, go for it. Well, Word of Radiance would be an action, right? So you're out of actions.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. So you're right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that Word of Radiance is a fucking bonus action.
You're right.
My bad. Yeah, it sucks.
Which is good because that was a nat one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get my spell slot back. Thanks.
Okay.
No, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. Next up, off
Get on the
map
boat.
from where
Get on.
Yeah, there you
from
go.
where you are. Another frog gets his turn. Let's see. This one is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 come up here and start to engage Mogort. She was holding her turn, so she's going to go for an attack with the spear. That'll be a 15 to hit. Does not hit him, and he comes up. Excuse me, and goes for an attack on her. And that is a 16. 16 will hit. She is not wearing any of her armor, so he will do damage there.
Are we going?
I got in the boat.
Hold the boat and got a crocodile.
I can get rid of him holding it. Yeah.
Yep. So this guy's going to deal damage to her. That'll be. That'll be 11 points of damage to her as she gets sliced. She cries out, "No use of fighting! Just in my skin." Other frogs continuing your way. You hear in the distance a lot of frogs still on their way, like trying to reach you. And Wruk, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'll come over and do an athletics check to try and get this grapple off the boat so we can move.
Okay, it's not an athletics check. This one is just a pure strength check, as you're like trying to like lift his arms up. So it is a contested strength check here.
And yeah.
Okay, he got a 15 on his. The grapple on the boat remains as he just sits there and he's just like holding on to it.
Wait. Is that what I rolled? Oh, I guess so. Can I use my knowledge thing?
Yes, you.
For a D6?
Is that on any
no?
ability check?
Yeah, it says when you make an ability check that uses a skill. Okay, never mind.
Okay, and actually, he is at disadvantage because he is afraid of Clapperclaw, and Clapperclaw is still in sight. So with the disadvantage, that is a 6. So you reach over and he's just like staring at Clapperclaw, freaked out a little bit, and you grab his arms and throw him off, and he is no longer grappling the boat. The boat can move. I'm just gonna draw a small.
Yeah, I was wondering where the boat was.
Sure, the boat is here. It's a small cone for now. Or no, I don't like the cone. I'm gonna give you it's gonna be a square.
Angles are not squares.
Right.
There's the boat.
Believe that's my turn then.
Okay.
Yep.
Mogort is going to go. She's going to swim around the side here to get advantage on this knight, and she's going to do a spear attack against him. She's going to do 2 of them. First one is a natural 18. Second one is, so that's a 23 and a 21. So she's going to deal damage to him twice. That's a 10 and a 7. So 17 points of damage to him. All right, and then so she's going to stay there and she's going to swim back around to just a little bit in front of the boat so that if his friends come in, they can't pincer her. And then Zarius is up.
Yeah, Zarius will just move forward. Oh, excuse me. Here, and attack the one in front of the right beside her.
Sounds good. You've got flanking, so that is an advantage. Oh, that's rough.
Oh,
no
Zarius.
joy.
We'll just do a talon attack on her.
Okay, 17. That is also not a hit. Armor class of 18 because of the plate mail. Comes in, just a couple of scrapes, just scratching
And
off.
then
You
he'll just fly off again.
Okay, you can do flurry of blows if you want to for another bonus action, or for a second unarmed strike if you like.
No, it's okay. We'll just fly forward away from the fight again.
Okay, sounds good. Kevis, over to you.
So if I try to persuade the gators again, is that an action or bonus action or what?
That is an action if you're trying to like spend your turn to connect with them and like make them stop.
Okay. So it says speak with animals, and he just doesn't say how many, just says beasts. So at this point,
Yep.
based off the previous attempt of an intellect conversation, realizing that's not helpful, Kevis is just going to look at both gators and say, are you guys hungry? Do you want food? And point to the frogs out in the water. They have your food. We don't.
Okay, roll a persuasion check. DC's a little bit lower.
The 21 work?
Okay, 21 works. You see both of them, and they begin to turn and chase after the 2 that are in the water themselves. Pinky,
Yeah?
as this is happening, only you see this, but there's one of Bavlorna's Lornlings dashes out of the fog very fast, just leaving like a trail behind it before it disappears. Everybody else is too busy with the rest of what's going on, but with your insane passive perception, you're able to see it.
Okay.
All right, next up is the crocodile, the one that Kevis persuaded last time and this time. Actually, just because I don't expect this to work. Nope. And the other guy. Yeah, they're dumb. So they're gonna begin moving. And rushes over here and kind of gets over here in the face of these 2. And then the other one comes over here and starts to go out, starts looking for food, and there's like a bit of scuffle, and like the frog goes out of the water, and you just see splashing and foam. And quickly the crocodile turns aggressive towards that bullywug and goes for an attack. That will be a bite. That is a natural 1. So it just dives into the water, comes back up, and there's a large log like in its mouth, and it starts to thrash, and it cannot attack next turn as something is in its way. I don't know what to do there, so I'll just give it little droplets. Okay, this guy, he's going to spend his turn 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to run up and go for an attack on Kevis. The first one is a bite. That'll be a 2. does not hit. Next one is a thrust with a spear, which is a 9. This guy's super bad. He can't hit you for crap.
I'm just picturing him doing this with Kevis's eyes still grayed over.
Yeah, it's just This guy's like, this guy watches and trains the animals. This guy's not a fighter. Okay, another one. This guy runs over here. Somewhere in the fog, you hear, "I'll help you!" And there's still like the thrashing and growling of alligators and frogs inside of the cloud. This guy's moving over here. Oh, wow, okay. You see a froggy bard pop up and like goes to like strum something on his lute. But that he spends his entire turn there. Okay, so this guy, back to the frightened one, Wruk ripped his hands off and kind of threw him backwards, and I've got something in my eye. Okay, so he's just going to spend his whole turn. He can't get closer to Clapperclaw. He has disadvantage. He's trying not to be scared, but he really is. He's going to reach out and do an attack at Wruk. And this will be at disadvantage, but it is a multi-attack. So the first one coming out, and so that was the first roll. Second roll is a 15.
No.
Okay, 15 doesn't hit. He mostly, he fumbles with getting his weapon out and, mostly drops it on the ground and flings some mud as he's trying to get it back up into position. Second attack coming in. First roll is really low. Second roll is better, but the first one will stick. The disadvantage holds true. Once again, he does not hit you. This guy... turn. I'm going to take Frightened off of him. He will be unfrightened at the end of Clapperclaw's turn. Then it's over to Clapperclaw. Clapperclaw does not get his unsettling presence ability back. And so instead he's going to climb over here. He's basically going to jump on the side and attack this bullywug that's in the front with his claws. And that will be a 16 to hit. And wow, max damage for 10 damage. Clapperclaw is doing some work.
Wow.
He never leaves us anymore.
He comes back and there's this green and red blood dripping off of his claws, and there's a little splatter on the gourd. And it's just leave my friends alone! And he backs up and drops back into the boat. The guy will take an attack of opportunity against him. And he will go for a bite attack. And that is a 21 to hit. He will do 4 damage to Clapperclaw. As he bites, as he goes off and bites into Clapperclaw, just kind of pulling out a bunch of the stuffing and leaving a couple of teeth marks on the gourd itself. He falls back into the boat. He's like, that hurts. Okay, and now the Pumpkin Knight is no longer frightened. I already made that crocodile go out of turn. Moose, it's your turn. We'll go down through the last 4 of these, and then we will end the session there for today, as this crazy cacophony of battle continues on. So, Bane, over to you.
I'm curious how, what are the action economies that are going to make the boat go? Is one of the boat members going to need to, move it, or how does that work?
Yeah, somebody will need to use their turn to run the oars and move things along.
assumed we
Are
were
we
waiting on
about-
Eli.
Yeah, are we about ready to shove off here? Eli, you ready?
I don't even know what's happening right now.
We're trying to leave.
Yeah, I don't.
Kevin's just gonna look at Eli
Yeah.
and tell him, get in the boat.
How? Are you even in the boat? You never said you were in the boat.
No, I'm waiting for you because
We're
it's
just
behind
waiting
me.
on you.
Waiting for me. You're sitting in front of the boat.
Oh yeah.
He's on the boat.
No, I'm not.
He wasn't on the
No,
boat.
okay.
I've been sitting here waiting on him to get on the fucking boat so I can get behind him, and nope, can't do that.
Yeah.
He's a medium creature. I can't move through him.
Oh, communication. There we go. There's the boat. And I'll reposition Jack slightly. Okay, so Moose, your turn.
You want me to get you, Eli, or are you gonna get in?
Can't get in. So, and I don't have a crocodile by me now. So yeah, if you want to pick me up, go ahead.
I will fly over 5 feet and down 5 feet and grab.
Okay, and because of the height that you were at, you do not provoke an attack of opportunity from the one that Mogort is engaged with. Because you are outside of his range, you come swoop down, pick up Eli, and you can fly over to the boat. Cool. Sorry,
you want to
that
be in
was
the
my
boat,
fault.
or you want to?
You tossed him out into the water.
That was my fault.
Swim!
Bye. Yeet.
Goblin tossing, that's a thing. The guy that is cursed by Eli is going to take an attack of opportunity against you as you are close enough to him. And that will be a 21 to hit.
Who is he hitting? Moose or me?
Moose. Because Moose was doing the movement. That'll be 11 points of slashing damage to you, Moose.
That one hurt.
Yeah, these knights are no joke.
Eli, do you want to be in the boat, or are you coming with me?
You're holding me. Do whatever you're doing, bro.
Well, I know. Do you want to be in the boat, or are you coming with me? He's coming with me. I'm just gonna fly up another 10 feet to use up the last of my movement and be out of as much reach as possible, but still kind of over the boat in case I have to drop him.
Okay, sounds good. When you move with Eli, you are at half speed. But you didn't move very much there. You're good this time. Okay, this guy is now fighting with a crocodile, and is going to do 2 glaive attacks. One is a natural 20, and one was almost a natural 1. So the natural 20 comes in, and that is max damage for 23 points of damage, which just immediately this guy is like serious and just like takes his weapon and like spins around and essentially like slices the crocodile's head off as it falls and sinks into the water.
Oh no!
The other one is going, the natural 19, he's going to turn and attack the other crocodile for, geez, another max damage for 13. And he's going to blast forward because of his natural 20. He's going to move forward without provoking an attack of opportunity and get right underneath Pinky. He's basically coming up and like, trying to like grab her legs. So I'll do this just so Pinky is on top there. Okay, next guy. Jeez, I give you guys a barbarian and then immediately you take on a town.
Sorry. We got a little ambitious.
A little bit. Oh, okay. This crocodile gets to have his turn too, and he's going to try and eat the guy that's in his mouth.
I think we could beat the town, honestly. That's just not the barbarian in me.
Okay, the other one, the crocodile that's fighting in the mist snaps the frog in half. Not that anybody of you can see that, but there's now another dead frog. So, these. Okay, and that will be that. So as you guys are getting swarmed by this enormous cacophony of frogs and crocodiles, we will end it there tonight and pick this back up next week, and hopefully Duke will be able to join us and realize the crazy shenanigans that have been caused.